So this part faham understand?
So yang pecah hub macam DHL hub kan, dia kena ambil SMS juga.
No,
Bagi
tak
SMS
perlu.
juga.
Sebab SMS ni basically is for more to do with safety. Tugas-tugas ataupun aktiviti-aktiviti yang have lot of safety requirement lah, safety requirement macam engineering, example engineering engineering very high risk job. Okay, servicing aircraft right? Sebab dia mandu they are bringing vehicle close to the aircraft. Okay, so supaya safety is important and you need to have SMS to ensure all the site users understand safety. Okay, so syarikat or company which is directly involved with the airline, catering, okay, engineering and maintenance, airport, okay, ATO, approved training organization, CAE need SMS because CAE train airline staff kan need SMS. Okay, so this is an example lah. So that's what I mentioned. Okay. Dan another thing is kalau for example kita nak service syarikat lain, for example esok we get contract, sometimes we contract service let's say another airline, Emirates, example lah. So Emirates will ask, sometimes where's your SMS? Okay, before this we use Air Asia's SMS. Kita tumpang lah Air Asia punya SMS sebab kita sebagai satu anak syarikat. Sekarang ni kita independent, sometimes is company by yourself. Mungkin TAC ataupun technical okay, untuk more airline they call it AOC. Okay, AOC. AOC tu license from CAM. AOC. Okay. Air operation certificate. Okay, air operating certificate. That is, example your KBJ license kan for driving. So this is for company to start your airline. For ground handler and other ground services is called TAC, ataupun Technical Approval Certificate. So sometimes you already got your TAC, meaning your satu syarikat yang berdikari dah. Maknanya bukan dulu last time we under Air Asia. Of course we are anak syarikat Air Asia, tapi different from last time. Now we are independent company. Okay. So kita boleh service other airline. Okay. TAC. So sebab we have our own TAC, we have to have our own SMS. Okay, I'm sure your bosses already prepared the SMS. If you no SMS, you cannot get TAC. Okay, so one of the requirement for TAC or AOC, you must have SMS. SMS manual and you secara manual. You'll see that. So far, okay? Okay. Right. How SMS came into implementation? So basically, ICAO, right? They are the documentation. So they have their own SMS manual. Okay, Safety Management Manual, document 9859. This is the top one, the top document. From that document is state manager, setiap negara. Like us, we have our own. CAM have their own state SMS, Safety Management. So from the state, it becomes syarikat. Okay, from the state ada dia punya garis panduan, dia punya guideline. Then from there is our company SMS. Okay, So annex itu document related to
Hi,
yes.
morning, Mr. Veera.
Morning.
Sorry to disturb you. How's the recording?
Yeah, but ongoing.
Ongoing. Okay.
Yeah. Baik. Ini recording ni lah. Okay, bos akan tunjuk kita dengan nada akan tengok nanti. Pada muka kau. Okay, ini SMS mandated by IKO. Mandated maknanya wajib. Compulsory ya, mandated. Dalam mandated maknanya bukan tadi cakap tapi dalam dokumen already mentioned you must have an SMS. Okay, to get your AOC ataupun TAC. Alright, so all the document related dan macam Annex 1 personal licensing ni basically for pilot lah. Okay, licensing. Okay. Do you all know that cabin crew also have license? Bukan saja pilot cabin crew need to have a certificate also. Macam apa ni load master. Load master you tahu kan? Load master kita loading kita kira whether is the weight is correct or not also need to have. So aviation most of the apa ni safety sensitive operation need to have competent. Yang kata orang yang competent lah. Bukan saja you ada skill tapi you kena ada certificate. Okay? Macam contohnya your driving ADP is considered competent sebab authority bunga kuasa already approve you sebagai seorang competent yang boleh bawa kelas B2. Betul? Correct? Okay, that is competency So in aviation, most of the operasi or activity requires competency. Okay, that's why kita ada test lah, exam lah, okay, then baru dia akan issue punya approval. Same like KPJ lah, go for license, you need to go for test kan. Okay. So state AKO, CM, I mentioned about IATA just now. IATA is an association. Gabungan semua pemain industri akan gabung sebagai satu persatuan. So untuk jadi sebagai ahli, you kena bayar lah, mahal kan. So Asia so far kita bukan ahli IATA. Sebab kita low cost. Mahal untuk jadi IATA member, very expensive. Okay, tapi kalau you join adalah dia punya benefit. Okay, dia has some benefit. Okay, so kalau you perlu training ataupun you nak upgrade you punya IOSA quality system semua, dia akan bantu. Okay. Tapi so far yang saya tahu Asia is not a member of IATA. But kalau kita perlu dia punya apa ni bukan bantuan, kita punya service dia prepay. Okay, macam dulu masa saya ingat Asia X we went for IOSA upgrade IOSA. We have to pay for consultant to grounding from IATA. So this conducts SMS in reference to Annex 19 systematic approach to managing safety system. Okay, this is dia akan bagi garis panduan and training also. Macam the nearest training center for us in IATA is Singapore. Okay, we have a training school in Singapore for IATA. So macam ini Asia, saya pernah pergi 3 kali. Saya ambil diploma in aviation. I took the course in IATA. Kita tak berapa harga dia? 60,000. 60,000 Sekarang Tarikat Asia hantar saya pergi ambil course tu. Masa tu I'm already 50 years old. Pergi course. So now I'm a full-fledged safety, especially for specialized ground safety, ground operation safety. Okay, any question on this? SMS regulated by country regulator, yes. From the state, country maknanya kita punya CAM. Okay, so far good. So these are documents Okay, safety management system SMN. Okay. Safety management and Annex 19 punya dokumen yang berkaitan dengan SMS. Okay, so dokumen 1959 Okay. Besok ada exam. Okay. Alright. So yeah, these are the ready documents lah. Annex 19. Okay, and Annex 19 explains about SMS. Setiap requirement is under certain for example, emergency response under Annex 13. Okay, setiap annexes ada dia specialization. Okay. Alright. So basically, states require SMS all these industries. Okay. PTO I mentioned, CAE need to have SMS. So operator of aeroplanes or helicopter, the next 96, this is airline. This airline. This one I mentioned about ADE. ADE engineering ataupun Sepang engineering SAE. Under this need to have SMS. Organization responsible for type of design manufacture, for example Airbus, Boeing. Okay, buat ataupun mereka bentuk or whatever design, okay, aeroplane, they will need to have that. Air traffic service, tower, okay, tower kena ada SMS. Operator of certified aerodrome, ni MAB. This MAB kena ada SMS. Okay. Okay, tuan-tuan.
So we all fall under.
We are here. You all are here. Sorry, operator of aeroplanes and helicopters. So although you don't operate aeroplane, but you are servicing. Okay, because we are under Air Asia. You faham tak? Dia punya organisation punya structure. Air Asia, ADE, Air Asia X, MAA, Santan, Tune, Tune kan? Tune, betul lah. That is how it works. Anak syarikat. Now Santan become anak syarikat Air Asia. Kau tak faham tak? We are anak syarikat. Okay? So our syarikat is Air Asia. Okay, Air Asia. Air Asia, bawah Air Asia kita ada MAA and Air Asia X airline. Tapi supporting is ADE for maintenance. Santan for in-flight. That's how it works lah. Macam Tune, kita punya insurance, kita punya hotel, is anak syarikat Air Asia. Okay itu dia bentuk linear structure. Alright, objective of SMS, apa tujuan What is the objective of SMS? Alright, bukan saja dari segi safety, tapi ada yang berkaitan. So let's see that. A systematic way to identify and control risk. Okay. Later we will study what is risk, what is other terminology lah. Definition, definasi perkataan-perkataan dalam safety, we will learn afterwards. Okay. So let me ask you, siapa yang nak cuba? What is risk? What is the meaning of risk? What do you understand by risk? Kalau tak ada volunteer, I will point. Kau takut Jangan nak kata risiko aku tahu. Bukan maksud itu terjemah.
Jadi dia kata untuk kita kontrol risiko.
Yes, risiko. Apa tu risiko? Okay, maybe Nurisa, apa tu risiko? Okay, risiko tak apa semalam. Yesterday I mentioned about risk kan. Okay, risk. Contohnya kalau kita pergi seronok, isap rokok ke, minum alkohol ke, seronok kan? Tapi ada something called risk. What is it?
Mana tak lupa kan?
Big one people lah. Okay, nanti kita akan tengok ini kan. Later we'll see all the meaning. Okay. For now, just remember kata risk. Okay, so that is identify risk, kenal pasti risiko. Okay, kenal pasti risiko identifier. Assurance that risk controls remain effective. So, selepas we already identify the risk, kita kenal pasti risiko, kita akan susulan. Contohnya, okay, hisap rokok. Kita tahu dia ada risiko dia. Apa risiko hisap rokok? Siapa hisap rokok? Oh, is the smoker je. Jangan takut. Yang paling kecil hisap rokok. Yang paling besar vaping. Kau dia tahu kan dia punya apa tu? Dia punya keburukan lah. Keburukan hisap rokok. Okay, macam mana you akan dia punya risiko kan? So how you control the risk?
Kurangkan.
Very good. Okay, so kita dah kenal pasti. Okay, kita baca buku ke, ataupun kita pergi jumpa doktor ke, atau kawan ke, ataupun girlfriend ke. Nasihat awak, kurangkanlah nanti. Okay, sakit nanti penyakit ke, apa ke, paru-paru ke. So kita kurangkan, kita take action to reduce the risk. Itu dia. Okay, so kita akan berjalan. Okay, insurance that risk control remain effective. Maknanya kalau kita we already reduce the number of cigarette, we go for check up, we find that paru-paru masih belum jadi hitam lagi. Okay, belum ada tar lagi lah. Maknanya ada kontrol lah. Teruskan. Tapi kalau dah hitam, sorry lah, we got to stop. Or much reduce. Best is to stop lah. Sebab muda-muda dah already, yes, dah in bad condition, so better we control. I was a smoker. I stopped at the age of 45. Saya start merokok 19 years old. Saya stop masa anak sulung saya lahir. Tapi sekarang dia yang hisap. Saya dah stop. Dua-dua pun hisap. Anak lelaki dua-dua. Okay. So a formal means of meeting statutory requirement. Secara formal kita menunaikan apa-apa diperlu oleh penguatkuasa. Cara ada SMS kan? Dalam SMS tu kita sebut ni kita ikut. Macam sekarang ni SMS is wajib. So you all are here, and in your SMS manual it's already mentioned that all our staff will undergo SMS. Bukan saja SMS initial and SMS recurrent every 2 years. So secara untuk menunaikan requirement sebab CAM dah wajibkan SMS. So dalam you punya SMS manual memang ada sebut dan memang diconduct. Okay, for example, if CAM comes for audit, every time yang ni certificate ni bukan saja forever, this will be subject to renewal. Probably maybe for start, maybe every year. So next year dia datang untuk audit, dia do audit whether we are on par or not, we meet their standard or not. Okay, so at that time they come, okay, how about SMS? I nak check whether you contact SMS or not. Okay, so bukti dia, yes, saya dah contact SMS, sekian-sekian date, sekian-sekian nama. Bukan saja tu, your result. Yalah, I'm conducting the training, but how much you masuk is by your assessment. Kita akan buat assessment lah tentang ni So daripada situ complete, maknanya kita ikut. So one way of ensuring we follow compliance, ni dipanggil compliance. Okay, kita mematuhi peraturan ataupun keperluan penguatkuasa. Okay, for CAA, a mean of evaluating ni dia. So tadi I mentioned if they come for audit, so one way of checking making sure you SMS is to evaluate you punya tahap. For example, dia akan bagi score. So maybe dia ada dalam 50 kriteria untuk checklist dia. Okay, for example, contohnya SMS ada conduct ke tidak. Lepas tu SMS competency ada conduct ke tidak, test ada conduct ke tidak, dia akan bagi markah. Then PPE ada provide ke tidak, macam lah. Then they will give you markah. So you know your, and CAA is able to judge your performance your level of performance in safety. Ikut tak? Macam sekarang I buat assessment. So tadi I sebut kena score at least 8, 10 question, 8 you kena betul. So that is a way of evaluating. So bila sampai masa untuk DAC, they will do a evaluation. They will do an audit and give you a card. So by the score, for example, if you score below certain percentage, maybe you cannot get this. You cannot get that. So they will extend the period. They say, okay, we'll come back in another 3 months. So they give you the opportunity to improve your those big area, big area. You can buat sesuatu tindakan untuk come to that level. Okay, so evaluating safety management capability. Sini maknanya kebolehan. Okay, atau tahap kita punya management of safety, urusan capability kan. Okay. Alright. Basically kita ada concept, certain thing we need to have a concept of safety. Right. So bila orang mention about safety, apa you punya first thing you think about safety is the concept, your concept of safety. Okay. So of course zero accident and incident is the first thing kita akan fikirlah. What is safety? No incident. Okay. Kalau saya tanya what is your opinion of safety? Apa pendapat awak bila saya sebut kataan safety? Selamat lah. Selamat. We are safe. Safety means we are safe. Lagi apa? Bila saya sebut safety, apa yang punya tadi saya cakap safety apa tu? First thing in your mind. Cuba. Ya? Yes, control risiko Yes, good. Lagi? Ya? Preventive preventive maknanya elak sesuatu kejadian. So the elimination of incident is unachievable. Tuan faham tak? What is the meaning of this? Zero accident. Boleh tak? Zero accident. Mustahil kan? Mustahil kan? Zero accident is mustahil. Okay. But kita boleh control. Kurang. Yes, that's a word. Correct, kataan yang betul. Kurangkan dia. Okay. So macam contohnya, boleh tak kita totally eliminate ataupun basmikan accident ke jalan raya? Okay. Sekarang ni dalam radio ada every evening dia ada sebut. RTM dia ada sebut. Every day dia sebut semalam berapa accident. Berapa kes maut. Hari-hari ada tau. Sebab apa tujuan tu? What is the purpose of announcing? Correct. Kesedaran. Awareness. Betul. Okay, awareness. Bila kita dengar ada 20 dalam kita punya Malaysia yang 35 million, ada 20 dah hilang lagi. Nyawa, hilangan nyawa. Banyak tu banyak tu. Tuan-tuan bayangkan 20 fatality a day. Kalau satu bulan berapa nyawa kita dah kehilangan. So this is sebuah kesedaran. Okay. So yeah. Freedom from danger or risk. Tadi dah sebut control the risk. Failure will occur in spite of most accomplished prevention efforts. This is saying that no matter how good you are, how good your system is, there will be still some kind of accident or incident. Okay? We'll see the reason nanti. Kita akan tengok apa sebab dia. Okay, apa sebab dia kita tak boleh elak ataupun tak boleh katakan zero accident. Dia ada reason dia Okay, cuba tuan-tuan, apa reason dia yang kita tak boleh kata zero accident? we can eliminate accident. Ada satu sebab.
Manusia
Very good.
tak lari kok.
Very good. Human error. Yeah? Human error. Okay? We cannot run away from human error because we are human. If you are robot, lain. Apa yang saya program kau ikut je. Okay? Ikut macam lembu Apa yang saya program ikut je. Jalan lurus sampai kena dinding. Ada sensor bila ada dekat dia akan stop. Human cannot. Human cannot Why human cannot?
Rambut sama hitam.
Cantik raya.
Ini benda aku ni aku hitam
Hati lele.
Betul. Kita manusia ada emosi dengan perasaan. Kita berlainan hari-hari kita berlainan. Awal bulan dapat gaji steady je mesti. Pergi kedai KFC tu semua. Bila dekat ujung lagi ni. Roti kosong. Okey. Awal bulan Mama
Dah siaran.
apa ni?
Sekarang
Roti telur bawang. Ujung bulan roti kosong. Betul tak? So human being is not the same every day. Pagi ni bangun, okay, yang tak kahwin lah for example lah. Uyang pagi belum. Kau ada duit, nak bayar tu, nak bayar ni. Kau datang kerja, both is different. Okay? Ni so ambil 9859 kena. Oi, jadi alright, so depend lah. Human being we are feeling, human factor dah habis tu. You learn human factor topic tu nanti you learn all this in detail. Okay, today we just but is interrelated. Human, how technology can be very high. Your aircraft is one of the best aircraft. Contohlah example but still you have a pilot who is a not robot he is a human. So anything can go wrong. This is what it means lah. Human. As long as a human there. Let me ask you, program robot, program AI human juga kan? Yang buat program tu human juga. So you cannot run away. That's why sekarang dia kata, bila dah jadi AI semua, kita kehilangan kerja. Ya, bukan langsung benar kan ni. Perlu juga human. But maybe reduce lah. Okay, jauh. Kedai-kedai sekarang, restoran semua pakai robot beda robot So, reduce tak perlu kerja asing. Okay. So, jangan tuan-tuan risau tentang kehilangan kerja. Okay, so maybe sekarang Tony dah boleh fikir tau, dalam 10 tahun ni semua kena ganti dengan robot ni. Okay. Alright. So error avoidance. Tentang apa yang faham tentang error avoidance? Error maknanya elakkan error. So human factor you akan belajar apa tu error, apa tu lapse, apa tu slip, apa tu violation semua. Tapi error avoidance maknanya apa? Elak daripada kesilapan. Kesilapan manusia, Maka mention kesilapan manusia, human error. Okay. No human endeavor or human made system can be free from risk and error. Yes, correct. Just now I mentioned about programmer. Programmer is a human who also can make mistake, which means your robot also can make mistake. Sebab depending on how you program macam komputer kita. Okay, so dia ikut saja apa yang kita program kan. So human being, so it's not free from perfect. Macam komputer ni, kita kata perfect. Saya say boleh kena scan dari punya phone, boleh kena scan. So meaning not perfect. Betul. Just malam, somebody in Penang got 400,000 scan. Budak perempuan, 400,000. Okay. Banyak kan? So contohnya that means you cannot eliminate. People come out with technology. Okay, ini dia apa ni prevention lah. Okay, dia punya whatever avoidance, error avoidance. Tapi scammer akan lagi pandai daripada this. They are very not like hackers. So they do that. Okay, so there's no end. Scam, you go prevention phone. Okay, for example, phone syarikat phone, they will come improvement. They will introduce certain prevention methods. Okay, whatever lah. Okay, but scammer will come out with new technology. How to scam that system? Okay, so that's what happens. So it's not completely. So we can be free from risk and error. Okay. So regulatory compliance, yes, I already mentioned. Okay. Regulatory, so kita mematuhi lah requirement from the regulator. For us, we follow. Of course, kita ada regulator main. Kita punya regulator tu is CAM. But we have also other regulators lah, macam international lah, macam ICAO semua lah. ICAO also is, of course, they regulate the state regulator. ICAO will audit CAM. ICAO will audit CAM to make sure they are on par standard according to their requirement. Then CAM will audit airline. Okay. Airline will audit kita punya supplier. For example, tuan-tuan tahu ke tidak, kita punya team tu QA, siapa QA tadi? Ada satu QA kat sini. Angkat tangan QA. So QA department, for example, dia buat third party audit. CAM audit kita sebagai regulator, we will audit our supplier. For example, our supplier, catering supplier, for example, nasi lemak, okay, or any other food, we will go and audit them. Ada tak?
Itu QC.
Ada QC ya, okay. Quality control, quality assurance, quality control. Dia akan pergi third party audit to make sure they meet our standard. Kalau they don't meet our standard, then we same lah, kita bagi dia markah So they score 90% for example, okay, you're right, continue. Kalau tak ada next contract, maybe you kena review balik lah, okay, or sebab you're long time serving us, you tell them where to improve. So we continue. What will be the job of nasi lemak Panasih? They will audit their supplier. For example, the supplier who is supplying them santan or ikan bilis or whatever, you pergi audit dia, ada tak hygienic or not? Kalau dia make their own, never mind lah. Tapi contohnya, they buy the santan from somebody, supplier from Indonesia for example, they will go and audit the supplier whether kebersihan meet the standard or not, something like that. Okay, go on. Okay, go on. So the standard, everybody maintain the standard. So finally we get a good product. Understand? Yes. Sometimes we also interview our customers. How do you find? Survey lah, survey. How do you find our nasi lemak? Okay. Once I was traveling from Bangkok. So beside me ada one Masalim. He dah makan nasi lemak, dia tapau 5 bungkus. I said, sir, can you tell me, I'm an Asian man, I want to know what is so good. In fact, no, he's from Sabah. Dia tapau 5 bungkus. Dia nak bawa balik. Kata, is that so nice? Oh, very good. So I feel nice. I feel good. But I'm an Asian man, I feel very nice. Then, I dah makan. Sebab in flight, so I go on business trip kan. So the cabin crew give me extra one more. Nasi lemak I bagi kat dia. Kawan, okay. So we be proud that our product is good. Okay, we continue. Don't stop me 10:30 Jangan sabar Saya kalau start cannot stop. Okay, so sebelum, before we go into the SMS, we are just introduction. Before we go to SMS, we have to understand certain definasi lah dalam safety ya. Certain definasi yang kita macam risiko tadi kan, kita kena faham. Okay, sebelum we go into the real SMS. Alright, so some of the terminology. First, we need to know hazard. Okay, hazard tu, what is hazard? Keadaan ataupun perbuatan ataupun aktiviti yang bahaya. I give you example. Let's say this light. Okay, kita imagination we just anggap lah. Is held by 4 screw. What screw? Setiap kunci ada satu screw. If 2 screw already loose, you see gap. Okay, what is the meaning? Apa maksud dia? Is that? Maknanya that will become risk. Ada risk tu, the risk, I'll come with the risk. Tapi that is a keadaan bahaya. It's a hazard. It's a hazard. Bila the third one will fall, we don't know. Tapi dua dah kita dah nampak gap so that is a hazard. Belum lagi apa-apa yang berlaku hazard. So for now, remember that's already a hazard. Risk. Okay, apa tu risk? Okay, kita dah nampak dua screw dah give way. You nampak gap. Okay, there is a risk. What is a risk? Apa risk tu? Yes. Yes. So the risk is bila dia boleh jatuh. Anytime or maybe dalam 2 tahun, 3 tahun atau 10 tahun, kita tak tahu lagi kan. Okay, that is one lah. Okay, but if you know about risk assessment, you can buat apa ni prediction when for under the system nanti kita akan belajar sikit. So the risk is it might fall. Risiko dia akan jatuh. Bila tak tahu. Dan apa akan akibat dia pun tak tahu. Kalau dua tu selamat lagi lah, tapi sebab 4 skru kena pegang sekali 2 je pegang. Maknanya 2 lagi tu kena tahan tapi dia tak akan tahan lama. Sebab instead of 4 macam kita lah, 4 orang ambil barang tu, kalau 2 orang dah tak ada, 2 je kena, kan dia kena angkat berat lebih kan. Okay, so that will be the higher risk for that. Okay, so that 2 screw will matter of time will give way. When we don't know, and what is the akibat? For example, okay, 3 ataupun 4 dah fall. What is the outcome? Siapa punya? Saya sebut Okay, yes, of course. Okay, but because he is a strong man, okay, okay, dia ada cushion sikit. Kalau aku habis, dia ada cushion sikit. Saya tak ada cushion. Okay, so this adanya akibat akibat dia. Okay, keterukan. Dibagi keterukan. That means severity. Okay, so the severity depend on condition lah. Okay, what is the weight of it? Okay, and then bila dia akan jatuh? Maybe malam. Kalau if it falls in the night, so what? Worst case, damage property damage Malam kita tengok property damage sikit saja. Tapi don't affect the human. Maknanya tu kalau jatuh waktu malam, insiden ke accident? Waktu malam. Insiden. Yes, bagus tahu. So insiden sebab dia tak ada apa-apa kecederaan. Cuma kita kehilangan satu just murah lah, bukan kapal ke pesawat ke apa kan. Tapi kalau dia jatuh waktu ni bahaya. Okay. Misalkan there's nobody sitting here, saya dah masuk kelas saja saya dah kena pasti, oi, duduk sana ataupun jangan orang duduk sini lah. So katakan dia jatuh. Kalau dia jatuh pun not much effect. Mungkin dia akan jatuh sikit akan fly lah, kena sikit, tapi tak ada major accident lah. Okay, faham tak? So the hazard is there. Dua skru tu longgar dan nampak lubang tu The risk is bila dia akan jatuh dan apa akibat dia. That is the risk. Faham Macam kawan saya tadi kata risau pokok, risiko dia ada dia. Tapi macam mana nak kawal apa dia punya damage, kita belum tahu sampai kita pergi ke hospital, kita buat X-ray untuk. Okey, malam saya ada sebut Ini bukan wanita near miss, nyaris Jangan berlaku, near miss Okey, contohnya saya tak ada kelas lah. Saya kat sini, kawan kat situ, dia jatuh dekat tepi. Near miss near miss. Jadi saya near miss tak kena tapi memang berlaku sesuatu. Okey, kejadian kejadian occurrence
Ada pendinding air tak?
Ya,
Pendinding air.
Then of course benda yang kita tak mahu lah. So bila hazard, ada hazard followed by risk, and the risk is out of control, maknanya kita belum ambil apa-apa tindakan susulan. Bila kita nampak dua skru tu dah longgar, bisa kata tak ada orang yang report, tak ada orang yang nampak, ketiga akan longgar, keempat longgar, jatuh. Is an accident. So tuan-tuan ingat hazard followed by risk. Hazard tu memang ada risk, and risk is not controlled, either incident or accident. Depend on the timing lah. Kalau waktu malam I mentioned it is an incident, but if it happen now, definitely it's an accident. Okay, alright. Okay. This is the timing. Okay. So what is a hazard? Okay, contoh-contoh hazard here. Existing or potential condition that alone by itself or interacting with other factors can cause harm. So we take that example just now. Memang two screw is loose, you nampak, it's already a risk. Memang already risk. Example, raining. Dia berkaitan lah raining and the other screw become karat. Okay, the third screw become karat, become worse. Lagi cepat dia akan akibat dia. Okay, so these are some of the examples. Okay, apa hazard ni kat sini?
Current, lewat off.
Lalu ni too many this thing not so safe. Okay, here ni actually the picture not sebenarnya tapi ceiling
Sama contoh lah.
So these oils katakan ni dekat toilet. Okay, toilet dekat terminal tak ada orang report. Okay, passenger kan bercedera ataupun okay, children will get injured. Okay. Yang ini pula plug. Ini sili yang
Air tabung.
air.
Bocor.
So bila-bila dia akan basah kuyuh nanti dia akan jatuh. Okay. So this is another issue. Okay. So hazard tu is something which is waiting to become potensi untuk kejadian yang buruk So that's the basic explanation. Okay. So examples are unclosed drawer. Okay. Spill on floor. Okay. Air. Broken equipment, broken tile, loose ceiling, curtain not properly fixed. Ni curtain ni sorry, that's not curtain. Curtain not properly fixed. Wire cable on walkway. Ke mana wire cable on walkway? Ini di sana. Okay. So dalam kita punya, kalau tuan-tuan pergi ke dalam tempat kerja tu, if you ambil masa, if you take your time to really look around, sure there will be some hazard, for sure. Kita tak boleh perfect kan, okay? Tapi depend on your, macam I'm a safety man, I can see a bit differently. You will see differently. For you, you already biasa, you already used to the condition. You won't see. Tapi I third party, I go there. Okay, I'm a third party. I look at it in different scenario. So you are working there every day, you already dah biasa dengan keadaan tu. If I go there, sejuk lah tempat ni, kan? Tapi you all dah biasa dengan tu kan? That's a difference there. So yeah, that's the reason why we do audit. So what is a hazard? Again, we say existing or potential conditions that alone by itself. It is kawan. Ini baru-baru ni.
Rumah suara.
Health hazard. Health hazard.
Easy.
Kau.
Safety hazard.
Putih.
Apa maksud ni?
Putih.
Safety.
Ini environmental lah. Kita ingat kan? Safety is not only injury, okay, kecederaan, okay, pada manusia, kehilangan anggota ke apa kan, and then kehilangan harta benda secara skala besar macam pesawat. And don't forget environment. Yesterday I mentioned environment very big. Sekarang ni you tahu environment, global warming become a big issue. Okay, very big issue kan. Kita tak boleh, ramalan cuaca tu dah upset lah. Ini kata Selangor hujan tapi Ipoh yang hujan. Okay, Selangor okay. So prediction difficult. Global warming ice dekat Antartika dah mula cair, very dangerous . So I'll come to that. Okay, environment is always remember safety. Harta benda, as a safety man, I'm not very worried. Harta benda boleh dicari, okay, boleh diganti, okay. Environment boleh ganti tak? Susah boleh tapi susah. Macam kita tebang pokok, kita replant boleh, sikit-sikit boleh, okay. Can it depend on the effort. Right? Can be, can. That's why kan kita ada tempoh hari, last week kita ada Earth Day. Earth Day maknanya kita ada aktiviti lah, green activities. Okay. Mujur, tuan-tuan punya area don't have environmental issue. Sebab sisa-sisa makanan tu bukannya bahaya lah. Engineering, minyak yang terpakai, chemical untuk cuci enjin, all that apa ni, sisa-sisa terjadual schedule waste. Sebab kalau sebarang we throw it, we dump it somewhere, it becomes contamination, pencemaran. Pencemaran ada beberapa Okay, apa pemahaman tuan-tuan? What are the type of pollution? Udara, air, tanah. Udara. Bunyi goes udara lah. There's a different tiga utama ni. Okay, so udara. Okay, udara boleh mengakibatkan penyakit penyakit. Kalau bunyi udara tu, kawasan tu, environment tu, kalau bunyi kuat, kita kehilangan environment ni, kita kehilangan pendengaran dan hearing Semalam yesterday we study that. Pencemaran air. Pencemaran air apa akibatnya? What is the effect? Okay, sekarang ni air turun hujan mengalir mengalir pada dia akan resap kat tanah kan. Lepas tu dia pergi mana?
Sungai.
Belum. Parit ke sungai. Sungai ke laut. Dekat laut apa yang berlaku? Katakan air tu dah cuma air turun atas apa ni kebun lah, macam plantation
Oh,
sawit.
sawit.
Kelapa sawit kelapa sawit dia pakai
Untuk
apa tu?
baja.
Baja tu apa? Kimia
Kimia.
Kimia macam contohnya urea lah. Contoh So bila hujan ni turun, dia akan masuk diresap dalam tanah, dia akan contaminate dengan chemical. Sungai, parit, sungai, laut. Apa akan berlaku kat laut? Flora dan fauna, maknanya ikan. Okay, kehidupan laut semua mati. Okay. Kalaupun tak mati, kalau kita makan, apa akan berlaku? Jerit-jerit, mati, racun. Berlaku ni apa ni? Kupang ataupun cockles is what? Kerang. Selalunya kerang Tanya kerang dekat-dekat mana-mana dia cepat orang boleh jatuh sakit. Maksudnya kalau dia setengah masak. Okey? Lepas tu ikan pun boleh poison Makan ikan hidup, tapi ada dalam dia ada poison. Tak sesuai untuk manusia, tapi ikan mungkin boleh survive. Okay? So kita akan kehilangan flora dan fauna. Ikan tak ada. Katakan 100 tahun daripada sekarang, ikan hilang lagi. Generasi kita, cucu dan cicit kita tak ada. Okay? Kenapa kita kena apa ni orang kata jaga apa ni alam sekitar? Ada satu je dia reason yang utama. What is the reason we must protect the environment?
The next generation.
Very good. Tepat answer tu. Very good answer.
Wow.
Tepuk. Yes. Demi untuk cucu cicit kita. Jangan kita tamah habiskan semua. Enjoy. Uci. Cucu cicit kita jangan dengan tangki gas. Oksigen udara dah habis. Ikan tak ada. Okey. Flora dan fauna. Sayur tak ada, semua tak semua tanah dah tercemar dengan minyak ke, kimia ke, industri ke, habis. Very good. Okay, tu je dia satu-satu dia jawapan. Is for the future generation. Very good. What is hazel? Hazel lagi ke banyak lah hazel. Apa yang nampak So kita ada chemical. Okay, chemical ni can expose to mainly chemical ni pencemaran tu daripada ke mana? Air, tanah. Okay, chemical Contohnya kita punya minyak hitam. Selepas pakai boleh kita recycle. Okay, masuk dalam apa ni botol Petronas jual lagi. Kau pergi beli online. Kau dengar tak? Petronas punya tu dah kena tiruan. Kau ambil tu, tapiskan dia. Jual. Bayangkan minyak tu dia tak ada kekuatan lagi kan? Tapis kau punya enjin. So be careful lah. Anyway. Alright. So chemical exposure to battery acid chemical memang menggunakan. Okay. So that's why we say chemical dengan tu yang dah terpakai, okay, dijadikan, dia akan jadikan sisa terjadual. Terjadual maknanya you tak boleh sembarang buang You kena hantar ke suatu tempat di mana dia akan proses dia. Battery. Ya. Okay, battery Battery apa-apa chemical lah. Sisa-sisa chemical Biological hazard. Biological hazard iaitu bakteria, virus, dust, mold. Okay. Contoh saya bagi tadi kerang okay. Ataupun semasa kita apa ni COVID virus. Okay. Dust, abu, okay, mold sekulat semua ni di bawah biological biological. Okay. Physical agents, heat, light, vibration, noise, macam soalan noise terlibat dengan pendengaran, noise, lecture, okay, and work and design. Di dalam lagi semalam we have studied a bit this one, okay, tentang posture, cara, how to lift the weight or something, okay. So is divided into short term impact, long term impact. Bagi saya contoh long term impact.
Long term, chemical,
Okay.
biological, physical, work design.
Yes. Okay. Macam smoking. Smoking. Hari ni you isap rokok, tomorrow you are sick. Ada kan? Long term impact. Hearing. Today you hear, katakan you pergi mana-mana you dengar, okay, ataupun dekat tempat apa ni punya site, you hear every day the GPU. Bukan esok bila buka kepanjang lepas beberapa tahun. So that is called long term. Short term is, for example, you ambil barang yang berat sangat, tiba-tiba kerak habis. Jalan macam ni pula. Tak boleh urus. Can happen, pernah berlaku. Ada satu cabin crew yang angkat beg ACX berat. Angkat beg cuba letak terus. Semasa dibanding kan, sepatutnya dibanding, dia tak boleh tekan brake, minyak ke brake kan, kebas. Terus pergi klinik, confirm. Malam nampak gambar tu kan, dia punya tu dalam belakang tu, terus ifis. Okay, ataupun yang ni jatuh, ada kepala short term. Okay, so okay, secara spontan lah. Okay, secara spontan. Okay, so masih dekat Hazel lagi, spill. Okay, tempat yang ni saya nak cerita sikit. Perangai kita selalu nampak kan, bila dah sakit perut, okay, makcik kakak ke ataupun bayar ke letak benda tu,
jalan ya.
itu perangai kita kan. Setuju tak?
Setuju.
Berapa orang tengok tu yang pergi ke toilet lain? Tak ada masa lah. Kuat. Betul tak? Tengok. Semua ni semua jahat ni. Okay, spill so attitude lah kita punya. Orang kata perangai kita, apa yang kita belajar kan. So kalau dekat Jepun nampak tu, dia mustahil dia tak akan buat ni. Kenapa? Kita setuju lah, kita semua setuju kan? Sama lah, saya pun sama kadang-kadang. Sakit apa dah dia lompat lah. Okay? Tapi dekat Jepun, walaupun dia rasa selamat, dia tak akan buat.
Respect, disiplin.
Sebab safety daripada heart. It's not the heart, not from here. I stay in Japan for 1 year. I study. Lepas Harvard University, aku pergi sana training 1 tahun. Masih boleh cakap telefon I can still speak Japanese. That time, I learn dia. I tengok dia punya apa, attitude behavior, surrender tak boleh. Masa ACX pun nak pergi audit tak boleh percaya lah. Dia macam robot. Memang macam robot. Tak boleh, mana dia tak boleh. Okay, so sebab safety start from school. Do you know in Japan there is no cleaner in the school? School there is no cleaner. Why? They clean the children, the student clean their own. Macam kantin, yang masuk dia punya pinggan, okay, dia punya cawan semua sendiri. Toilet once a week dia clean sendiri. Toilet sebenarnya hari-hari you masuk, you tak ada bau, tak ada kotor apa, tapi once a week they still clean. Okay, start from school. Okay, of course before that start from your family lah, your family masa ni kecil. Okay, so anyway, that's a different thing. But we are already working towards that. Kalau ambil zaman saya dengan sekarang, safety is very much improved. Because I'm from the saya dah merdeka 1953. Okay. Kalau I compare, especially working staff, the attitude, pekerja asing different lah. Cannot believe that. I pernah kerja jadi prodding at the construction, they are still, tapi local memang very much improve. Kita punya apa ni, safety consciousness. Tapi long way to go lah. Macam kita punya attitude dekat jalan raya still bad. Still very bad. Hari-hari ada accident, hari-hari. Alright, obstacle. Halangan tripping hazard, okay. Macam wire tengah jalan it's an obstacle. Height, yes, it's a hazard. Okay, this is height. Macam mana kita boleh elak ni?
Kita ada tangga.
Tempat kerja lah, tempat kerja. Katakan engineering kena buat apa, maintenance, pakai tangga macam ni, lepas tu jatuh. Ada cara pakai others. Okay, example lah. Electricity hazard, electrical hazard, machine and tools. Okay, contohnya rotating machinery grinder ke apa ke, tak ada cover, or saw blade saw blade ke saw mill dulu banyak kita dengar masa buat saw jari putus semua so these are the some of the example lah. Ada lain-lain tak tempat kamu kerja dekat tempat juga, apa yang hazard yang nampak dekat tempat kerja awak?
Chemical.
Okay, chemical ni apa kan tak apa
Cuci toilet.
okay, chemical alright, okay, okay, lagi kawasan sejuk kan, chiller warehouse, barangan atas you stage atas tu mungkin dia boleh jatuh, forklift, okay, hazard lah, forklift hazard, bawa dengan baik, okay, alright, tapi kalau silap sikit, berlaku pernah berlaku dekat GTR dulu warehouse, okay, forklift naik atas orang budak punya kaki, okay, so we must be able to identify hazard, okay, in your workplace. And yang paling penting bila kita nampak hazard, apa yang penting? Yelah, betul lah, tapi you tak boleh buat macam saya nampak ni, apa saya perlu buat? Report, itu je, report aja. Senang, jangan dulu perkataan. Bila info, okay, info maling. Bila info ada dalam bahasa Malaysia ke, bahasa Cina ke, bahasa Tamil pun tak apa. Tapi report. Kalau kita report, bukan manusia tu, bukan semua pekerja tu, manusia pun kira salah. Betul tak? Sebab dengan report tu mungkin diselamatkan seorang daripada cedera. Betul tak? Okay, so remember, ni memang keperluan dalam kita punya sistem tu, kita punya SMS memang ada sebuah report, lagi kita akan tengok reporting reporting culture. Okay, reporting culture. So okay, so masih dalam hazard lagi environmental. Ni environmental poor air quality, tadi dah sebut mahal sebut poor air quality, heat, terlalu panas, heat exhaustion. So if you find that, please report. Basically macam OSHA semalam we learn a bit of OSHA. OSHA mengatakan setiap pekerja kita ada hak untuk minta majikan berbagi kawasan ataupun tempat ataupun logi sistem yang selamat dan sihat. Hak pekerja hak pekerja. You can demand. Kalau you rasa macam sekarang ni, you rasa selesa ke tidak? Selesa. Kalau katakan tengah hari dah panas sikit, boleh kita adjust aircon. Okay, kalau aircon dah, katakan aircon sekarang ni dah rosak di sini. Okay, saya akan minta CAE atau majikan buka bilik ataupun cancel kelas. Jangan duduk sana berpeluh macam ni buat exam ke apa. Tak boleh. So, setiap pekerja, setiap kita ada hak kita sendiri untuk minta kawasan ataupun sistem yang sihat dan selamat. Lagipun ingat lagi satu, kebajikan. Okay, macam air bersih. you boleh demand. Bilik solat, you can ask, that's requirement. Okay? Tapi janganlah minta handphone lah, minit lah, tapi ataupun masak lah. Okay. Okay. So ada di situ, limit Okay. Macam kerja dekat tamek, rem, takkan dia dah minta payment, kan? Tapi pilot ada. Kenapa? Pilot ada tak? Pilot kita bagi. Sebab apa? Tugas dia orang dekat atas tu, kita tahu kat sini panas kan? Atas kau bayangkan. Okay, sebab tu dia ada long sleeve sebab saya ultraviolet UV and this untuk PPE. PPE kan? Tu PPE tau. Bukan untuk gaya je, tapi nampak gaya sikit lah pilot pakai macam ni Tapi memang untuk protect eyes UV lah kat atas. Okay, heat. Saya semalam kita earthquake, tiba-tiba bergegar. Okay, extreme weather condition, yes. Lalu masa import service, okay, kita dapat cuaca tu terlalu serius lah. So mungkin lebih-lebih kita nak stop service. Berani nak tanya bos tak? Bos terlalu tak boleh lah, saya tak boleh, saya tak nampak dekat depan. Oh, kami ni kenderaan, driver berani tak?
Tanya Didi, kami akan beritahu Didi.
Just satu gambar balik.
Ya kami.
Nanti dia buang satu gambar.
Okay. Okay. Please make sure you voice out. Kalau you punya hati kata ni bahaya sangat, don't go against it. Sebab bila berlaku, bos akan tanya, kenapa kau tak bagi tahu?
Ya.
Tapi bila kau bawa semua ni steady, okay, dia aman je, okay, cool. Tapi berlaku, siapa suruh kau? Kenapa kau tak lapor? Kenapa kau tak stop? Kata saya lah kan.
Isu ada.
Normal lah, this is normal lah. This is normal lah. Sometimes your bosses will say, sikit je benda ni, pergilah. Kan? Sometimes happens. Okay, but your heart. Say, tapi berani tak? Berani lawan teki.
Berani tak ada benar.
Berani kerana jangan masuk politik kan. Teman tu. Okay, so extreme weather is also another risk, especially at the REM. Contohnya, I remember one incident in K6, Kilo 6 engineering, 5 orang kena petir. Satu serious admit in hospital. Okay, so why? Didn't stop at the right time. So kita keluarkan garis panduan untuk severe weather. Green, amber, orange lah ataupun kuning, masuk coklat, red. Red maknanya kena stop. Tidak ada putih, be careful lah. Walaupun kita ada lighting arrestor, but lampu, tiang lampu tu, but it's not perfect. Okay, not perfect lah. Careful. Of course, dalam kenderaan tu paling selamat. Tonton tahu tak? Yang paling selamat semasa petir tu, dia punya kenderaan. Kalau boleh masuk dalam kenderaan dulu, sebab ada ground. Jangan nak cari tempat yang bawah pokok ke, bawah pokok yang paling bahaya. Okay. The safest place for you during a lightning is your kenderaan. Pesan dengan ni. Nampak macam postan dengan ni, bahaya ni. So please remember, best during petir, masuk dalam kereta. Only the engine, duduk je dalam.
Sebab apa tu?
Ya?
Sebab apa?
Sebab dia ada grounding. Ground. Kalau petir dia masuk kanan, dia akan masuk ke tanah. Ada ground. Sebab dia cari tempat untuk pergi ke ground. So kalau you dekat tempat pokok, dia akan kena pokok. Kalau you dekat dengan pokok, awak pun.
Terus.
Ya?
Terus.
Kalau kapal pun semua.
Boleh, kapal pun boleh kena. Tapi kapal dia structure lah. Sebab dia tak ada ground.
Sebab
Lightning petir ya, need ground tau. You know grounding macam rumah kita ada grounding semua lah.
Kalau kita buka pintu kadang ada
Ya?
dah kadang-kadang buka pintu kan dia masih ada
Ada, memang ada. Dia boleh rasa. Dia boleh rasa tau. Tapi dekat kalau tamek lain, dia akan dekat ground. Tapi dekat tengah-tengah tu dia ada lain lah, lain punya tu. Pernah berlaku accident sebabkan lightning macam kes QZ 8501 Surabaya Singapore. Ingat tak? Tahun 2014. 2014. 2014 Surabaya Singapore tengah laut kita punya QZ 8015 dan 76 dalam laut cuaca atas Kalimantan udara Kalimantan. Okey. Okey, sekarang risk tadi hazard dah, sekarang kita ke risk. Okey, kita baca ni dulu. Risk is the likelihood. Likelihood maksudnya apa? Kekerapan. Kekerapan. Likelihood dan chances, probability. Okay. That person may be harmed or suffers adverse health effect. Okay, exposed to a hazard or property damage. Environment ada kat sini tak apa. That has been done. Okay, maknanya likelihood, kekerapan. Macam tadi kita nampak ceiling kan, bila dia akan jatuh? Anytime, today, tomorrow, 2 years time, 3 years time. Tak tahu lagi kekerapan tu. Probability, chances for it to fall. In this case, chances for it to fall bila 4 skru dah longgar. Kan? Tapi bila kita belum tahu lagi okay, that is kekerapan. What is it? Okay. So tadi I already mentioned, decide when it can fall, what is the outcome. Dua. So risk is basically kekerapan darab keterokan. Akan jadi risiko dia. Okay. Boleh dibagikan pada certain number, nanti you will see 1 to 5. Okay. Ikut tak? Okay, so we'll go to that later. Okay. So bila dia akan jatuh dan apa akibat dia is called risk. Risk, okay, risiko. So here is probability the occurrence of the harm. Probability kekerapan bila diberi berlaku, chances, probability or likelihood, severity of the possible harm. Jadi banyak keterokan lah. Mungkin kena sikit ataupun bocor malam, okay, ataupun near miss, semua tu bawah depend on the damage severity. So what is near miss? Yes, tadi okay, near miss is an unplanned event that did not result in injury. Ada kecederaan. Dan macam tadi saya sebut, kalau saya berdiri kat sini, dia jatuh kat tepi, near miss lah. Clear? Yeah. Okay, near miss. The staff almost hit breaking glass. Maknanya dia tak nampak lah sangat, dia jalan terus, dia terlanggar kaca. Okay, that is a near miss lah. Tapi tak ada apa-apa injury Kalau ada pun ada major So basically kalau ada injury, it's already accident. If ada injury, kalau muncul kat sini pun it's considered accident. What is accident? Yes. Okay, accident is defined as unplanned event that result in personal injury. Okay, or property damage. Property damage tu terpulang pada scale, skala big scale or very small. Macam just now I mentioned, if this light fall in the night, broken, it's not a big deal lah. Tapi incident berlaku, property damage sikit je. Tapi kalau traktor langgar ataupun in flight, okay, cium kapal, bocor ataupun ada bengkok sikit, is considered accident. Okay. Contohnya kalau calar sikit,
Accident.
Accident.
Okay, satu wakil insiden, satu wakil accident. Right, so depend on how you do the risk assessment. Yang cara buat risk assessment, saya pakar dalam tu. I do risk assessment and then the management, this is okay, ada apa? Macam kereta awak tergesek dekat situ pergi kedai cong, tak ada, okay. Tapi kalau dia kata tukar bumper kena claim insurance, accident. Wadai tu. Okay. Tapi okay, pergi ke kedai cong dia buat sandpaper ataupun pergi car wash dia pakai polis sikit, incident ke accident? Tak pulang pada awak lah. Apa duit yang awak. Okay. Alright. Accident is defined as something, okay, injury or loss, a decrease in values of the resource, okay, an increase in liabilities. Okay, increase liabilities maknanya kerugian lah, kerugian. Ataupun claim insurance. Yelah kita claim insurance tapi kita bayar untuk insurance kan. Contohnya NCB, kau claim tahun depan, koci kan, NCB, koci kan. Tu, contoh. Walaupun you happy, macam mana kau? Claim insurance lah, jadi je. Tapi tahun depan baru sakit, dia punya insurance dah balik ke asal. Tak ada NCB careful. Right, so decrease in values of the resources. Hanya kita punya, contohnya kapal kita dah kena langgar. Okay, ada bocor, logo. Okay, maknanya flight cancel or flight delay. Rugi ya. Kita punya revenue dia rugi. Then repair cost, liability. Alright. Okay, boleh kita stop. Alright.
Mantap.
So, hari ke sini pukul
12 kelas.
siapa kata 12? Balik. Okay, kita jumpa nanti pukul 11 So we go ahead. So what are the causes? Okay. Research shows approximately 80%. Okay, somebody mentioned human error. Who mentioned human error? Mahan. Mahan lagi. Okay, so 80% is due to human error. Okay. So later in the human factor you will learn more into human error. Okay. So I leave that first. But basically it's trying to tell you that human is behind all activities in our industry. Okay. So as long there is a human behind, there can be error, especially human error. Okay. Can we avoid? Boleh tak kita elak human error? Can we eliminate human error?
No.
Okay, yeah. Human error cannot eliminate because we are made as human. Okay, Tuhan made us as human, and one of the ciri-ciri human is human error. Okay, so what? Who is at fault? So who is or what is at fault? Okay, manufacturer. Okay, Airbus, for example, kita punya dalam kita punya yang paling besar tu, the biggest manufacturer is our Airbus. Okay, pilot, maintenance, ground crew. Okay, so what is common among all these? Human, yes. Everywhere there is a human. Okay, bika bentuk or manufacturing of the aircraft. Pilot who fly the aircraft, maintenance who does the maintenance. Okay, if maintenance do done any mistake or any human error or related mistake during the repair or maintenance. Ground crew, okay, for example, loading cargo, okay, overloading. okay, or you guys bringing in the wrong number of card, wrong number card or wrong number of orders, okay, whatever, no, according to the requirement, okay, so you run short during the servicing. Okay.
Sir, macam contoh lah Mesboi cakap buat macam ni kesilapan tu sesekali lah terjadi, bukan selalu lah. Jadi bila kita buat silap tu isu LOE contohnya kan, dia kata berita dekat LOE tu human error. Maknanya saya dah try, kita dalam tak sedar, salahnya error tu tak adalah buat sangat. Jadi kalau kita gunakan alasan human error, orang pun ada buat silap kan, tu dia susah sekali.
Interesting, kan? Ada siapa-siapa ada jawapan?
Benda tu bukannya kalau kerapan tu nampak sangat lah, orang ni main kerja, tapi tak sekali pun.
Anybody?
Jadi yang kita contohnya 10 perkara, 9 perkara ni kita try buat cantik, satu perkara ni silap, satu silap terus terus silap kan. Contohnya tu lah pasal
Okey.
ini orang nak ada orang buat kerja dia orang dia maksud saya dia nak buat kerja dia, so kalau ada kesalahan nanti masuk ke audit dia orang nak tanya kenapa tak bagi LOE. Ya, jadi maksud saya LOE tu sesuai yang kita letak human error. Human error contohnya
Boleh tak? Siapa kata boleh? Angkat tangan.
boleh.
Tak boleh. Tak boleh.
Sebab dia nak
Sebab
Actually nak kita
explain.
salah.
ya betul.
Mana kita buat salah tu?
dia nak explain.
Reason.
LOE banyak aku potong elok.
Memang saya setuju. Sebab apa? Saya tak tahu. Saya tak tahu macam mana dia jadi tu.
Betul.
Bila dah sedar baru silap.
kita pun tak sedar.
Ada silap. Kalau saya tahu tu, dia punya reason saya akan nak buat.
Ya.
So, macam mana?
Online tu.
Jadi kau sikit lah.
Kesilapan maintenance yang tak sedar. Yang tak sedar.
Tak tahu dapat.
Kita rasi dapat dalam tak sedar. Ini benda lain kan.
Tak ya.
Tak lain kan.
Apa kita tanya pakai isu lagi?
Dapat nak share dia punya pendapat.
Dia kadang-kadang bercampur banyak-banyak tinggal satu.
Ya,
Tertinggal duit.
Tertinggal.
Dia bukan. Tinggal lah biarlah. Bukan.
Bukan.
Miss look.
Miss
Saya
look.
pakai miss look.
Kita tahu tak? Tempoh hari tu pas sekolah tinggalkan
Anak.
Itu kalau human error.
nak kata human error, tapi akibat dia anak orang kan human error. Boleh nak kata human error macam apa lah tinggalkan anak sampai maut macam mana dia jawab? Okey, ni yang ni okey lah.
Dia bayar.
Boleh tak dia pergi ke family, sorry minta maaf human error.
Itu keadaan.
Itu dia dah masuk untuk kira dalam bar.
Kecuaian. Kecuaian lah.
Okay, tuan-tuan, sebab tu dalam sistem SMS ni kita ada reporting and investigation. Okay, never mind apa yang nak tulis lah. Sebab investigation dia nak adil. Dia bagi awak, bagi you punya statement. Macam you pergi police station also lah, same lah, you give your statement kan. And kadang-kadang bila tak sana, saya tersilap, saya minta maaf atas kesalahan saya, memang saya setuju lah. So, dalam sistem SMS ni, kita akan tengok nanti reporting and investigation. So, kalau saya dapati sesuatu kesilapan, I as a boss, I must fairly dengan adil investigate. So, I give you third party. Third party maknanya neutral lah. Kalau you punya bos, memang bos lah salahkan you orang. So, it must be fair. You boleh letak apa-apa yang universal, what is the reason? Itu untuk major lah, major. Sikit-sikit, the daily issues is a normal thing. Your boss will call you, hey, ni dah berlaku, be careful next time. Tapi serious, cannot be saying, be careful next time. So if it's a bit, build the category, macam I kata tadi, you do a risk assessment, and if you find that that is a serious problem, sampai flight is affected, delay, that one requires investigation. So this, they will assign an investigation team. Okay, they will investigate, and finally, if they find this human error, okay, because investigators have to be trained, macam I have an investigator. So if finally I found that, yeah, this is human error. Okay, normally counseling. But if we find that, for example, repeat, you pernah repeat problem ni, apa same mistake, say for example, bukan jauh sangat lah, kalau 5 years ago is normally people say human, but just do last week, same problem. How? So maybe not counseling, maybe something written, written. But if first time or it's the right one, it's basically the reason is due to human error, we do counseling. Okay, kalau you will check, you must be, you tahu lah counseling apa termasuk dia, secara verbal lah. But if you continue to do the same mistake, maybe only later. Something like that lah. Kita ada proses, kita punya management, kita punya HR ada policy. First time what to do, second time, third time. If it is safety, normally as far as safety is concerned, first time we do counseling. Okay, then investigation mesti nak adil. That's why we have a team of neutral. Maknanya bukan daripada department awak. Tapi di department awak akan ada satu SME. We call it subject matter expert. Dan kita ada 2 yang daripada department lain. So, dalam you punya statement, you kena letak lah. So, saya memang is my, probably due to my apalah, saya dah tersilap ataupun terlupa ataupun I'm thinking about kalau you ada personal problem lah, for example, okay, I was not in the proper, fikiran saya tidak waras masa tu sebab sebab siapa lah anak saya dalam hospital ke, kadang-kadang fair enough lah this kind of thing happen lah. So masa you punya, when your mind is not at peace, if someone, your parent or your loved one is in hospital sick, your mind will be diverted, so tumpuan tadi. So at that time we have to be fair with you. It happens to every human kan. Kita ada family so it's maybe you're not feeling well. Masa tu you sakit 2 hari dulu, you ada MC, you ada proof lah saya MC masa tu. For example, there was one case I investigate, this person terlelap lah sebab dia datang, dia proof dekat saya, dia ambil ubat batuk. Memang proven lah. So fair enough, but the damage already done. But from then we said, we introduced dalam manual, during briefing, RAM staff mesti nak inform your supervisor kalau you tak sehat, walaupun tak ada MC. Kerana bukan semua kita ambil MC kan, sikit-sikit, semua sikit-sikit. Tapi you must inform, especially bila you dah ada ambil ubat, you have to become SOP. I make it SOP from now. Okay, and then leader, bila dia buat briefing, he has to ask, is everyone okay today? Semua sihat belaka okay? Tak ada bos, saya tak apa-apa, saya ada ambil ubat pagi ni. Jangan dia kata saya kena kasbuk pagi-pagi satu. Itu payah kau balik terus. Okay, tak ada ambil ubat sebab from doktor. Kadang-kadang sendiri pun kita ambil lah, tak apa. Tapi inform yang leader. So kalau apa-apa berlaku, leader dah tahu, betul lah budak ni ada bagi tahu saya dia sakit. Tapi boleh bicara bos, boleh bicara je leader, hari ni kau jangan mandu, kau buat kerja paperwork. Pernah berlaku So kita ada nasihat dalam SOP kita untuk RAM dulu, my time. I said if the person not feeling well and no MC, give him better job. Macam dekat warehouse dia buat paperwork kan. Okay, so very good question. But again, dalam kita punya SMS, we must have procedure for that. So human error, yes, understand. Tapi kalau investigator, kalau pihak penyiasat, siasat, conclusion is due to human error, yes, we can consider. With just counselling ke ataupun just advice ke. Tapi if we get 2 weeks ago same mistake, again today third mistake, cannot be counselling lah. Kan? Kesilapan manusia kali 1 itu kesilapan. Kesilapan manusia kali 2 tak ada lagi. Itu dipanggil cuai. Kesilapan kali 2 is cuai. Same mistake lah, exactly same mistake 1 week ago. Something is wrong kan? Tapi kadang-kadang if it's a good boss, he will call you and ask, do you have any problem? Yes. What problem? Okay? My bank loan, for example lah, contoh, my bank loan, hari-hari I don't terima letter from bank, I tak mampu dah bayar semua, WW, something which commonly happen kan? So the boss said,
Baru ngawet ke?
itu, why not? Human kan, kita human. Gaduh dengan awet tak apa, gaduh dengan bini lagi tu. Okay, right? Sebab if gaduh dengan bini terlibat tengah-tengah anak kita lah kan. Ada girlfriend, ada big issue. So anyway, that's a side. But this is the system lah. You can put an explanation. That is why kita ada sistem. Kalau apa-apa kesalahan berlaku, depend on the impact lah. Impact dia besar ke, impact dia kecil. Okay? So we have a system of reporting and investigation. So the investigation will be impartial. Investigation itu not to blame. Bukan untuk cari pasal tau. Investigation to improve future. Faham tak? To improve in future. Apa yang berlaku dah berlaku. Too late, kan? Damage already done. But the reason why we want to investigate and cari tindakan susulan is to prevent from it happening again. To improve. Okay? Alright. So we saw human, daripada atas ke bawah, tak kira apa department ataupun apa bahagian, it can happen. Even can happen in management. CEO, kita punya CEO tu human ke robot? Human. Boleh silap tak? Boleh. Dia buat polisi, dia silap buat polisi. Esok syarikat rugi. Rugi. Bonus tak ada. Kita jadi bangsa. Boleh berlaku tau. Boleh berlaku. Tahun ni kita beli 2 pesawat lagi. Tapi bonus kita orang jadi bangsa. Kadang-kadang berlaku. Tapi daripada 2 kapal tu tak ada keuntungan. Ada road cancel Nairobi. Kau tahu tak Nairobi nak cancel? Contoh macam tu lah. Sorry jangan sebut kat atas. Ya, sebab tu road yang kita tak ada keuntungan kita cancel. Be collateral road. Yes. So, okay, kat sini basically what it says here. Is it technology? Bukan technical lah, technical problem kan. Is it technology? Is it condition? Condition maknanya cuaca, example. Surrounding condition macam Mahathir mentioned, the incident Surabaya Singapore is condition, weather condition. Is it training? Yes. Okay, macam yesterday I mentioned about the product supervisor so dia bawa is not enough training. Dia memang tak ada ADP. Maknanya no enough training berlaku. Okay, very major lah this one. Is it regulation? Regulation too loose. Okay, contohnya our highway 110. You go to other country, highway cuma 100. Maknanya kita punya longgar sangat. More accident. For example, that is why during raya, musim raya, you know what's the speed limit? Tahun lepas, yang tahun lepas punya raya, yang baru lepas tu, berapa dia punya speed masa raya?
110.
80.
80. Berapa regulation change. Terpulang pada musim lah. So during raya, buat puasa, JPJ dapati banyak aksiden, dia kurangkan, dia suruh kita undang-undang longgarkan. Lepas tu, lepas 2 minggu tu, balik ke asal 100%. How many of you aware of it? Banyak yang tak tahu kan, tak ada kesedaran. Macam-macam, setiap raya kita ada ops ni lah, ops tu, ops sikap lah, ops ni, ops ketupat dan sebagainya. Macam-macam punya ops ada. Okay? So, regulation regulation kalau kata, contohnya for example aside speed spine road 45 So if MAB give you statistics every time got very high accident, ada orang major injury, masuk dalam panik sana sini kucak kacir, maybe discuss TAM pressure dekat MAB kata okay from now 30. Siapa rugi? Kalau dia kata okay from now 30 km per hour from 45, kita yang rugi kan? Dia rugi sebab our OTP affected. Correct? So regulation we must be careful. Okay, regulation can change anytime. Procedure, okay, procedure step atau cara kerja maybe some problem. Okay, after happen we will investigate and make correction. Is it equipment? Yes, equipment. For example, if you have checklist, like code. Equipment ada checklist kan? Checklist you check kat mana? Dekat kenderaan ke dekat office? Banyak kan dekat office so ada kejadian ya? I nak share dengan you, ada kejadian masa AHX dulu, siapa tu pasal tu bukan post aviation. Post aviation sebelum post aviation apa nama syarikat tu? Tak. Post aviation is the kelas. Ada backstep backstep dengan apa ni? Kenderaan backstep agak kapal hujung. Okey. Saya selaku seorang dalam investigation check ini checklist semua bagus. Saya buka sana. Minyak brake punya tu, kaki tu kosong. So temu buat dengan driver tu, dia kata memang dia sudah sebelum, sebab dia kena testkan minyak brake berapa kilometer, berapa meter daripada kapal, 5 meter daripada kapal kena test brake kan. If brake is not working, dia betul sita kenderaan tu kan, tapi jangan pakai. Tapi this operator, this driver was playing with handbrake. Dekat dengan kapal, silap. Berdebu. Okay, dia ingat boleh sebab last flight. Kata tak mahu susahkanlah pergi ambil backstep lain daripada equipment area balas. So dia main dengan handbrake. Boleh. So checklist dapati dia isi dekat office. Dia tak betul-betul check. Okay, betul-betul kena pecah. So that is what I'm saying. So basically equipment is very important. So your checklist tuan-tuan, saya nak bagi tahu driver, especially driver, make sure your checklist you check dengan tunjuk. Boleh? Driver, dah tunjuk maknanya check dekat kenderaan. Okay, jangan takut untuk bagi tahu you punya bos, ini rosak, saya tak puas dengan ni, saya tak akan bawa. Berani tak?
Berani.
Human behavior, yes. Ni kalau you tanya saya, yang ni salah satu yang penting lah, perangai manusia. Okay, perangai berlainan okay. For example lah, contoh saya bagi case Surabaya Singapore tu, walaupun cuaca effect, ada juga human error, pilot ada. Saya terus terang lah, ni tak ada apa-apa secret memang berlaku. Pilot error pun ada. Pilot tu selaku daripada Indonesia pilot tu sebelum dia join Malaysia, dia pilot apa tau? Fighter pilot. So fighter pilot army tu lain. Perangai dia orang berani. Kan? Dia orang tu training background dia lain daripada manusia macam kita. Memang lain dia punya training daripada rekrut dulu sampai ke pangkat, lain dia punya training, dia punya mental berani. Ada sesuatu berlaku. Cuaca dengan pilot error. Sebab dia punya perangai, human behavior, brave, berani. Macam bawa kereta. Okay, between me and you, perangai, behavior, how we drive is different from person to person lah.
Yeah.
Okay, kadang-kadang ada yang bawa laju tapi dia be careful, be extra cautious. Ada yang
Slow.
memang dia tak nak cari pasal, slow je. Walaupun sana 90, 50 je.
Volvo lari 150 lah.
Saya dah, tapi saya dah test sampai 200. Kekara highway tu. Satu kali. Kekara kereta baru. Berani. Kalau lalu satu gerbang ke lebih habis lah. Okay, kekara highway pukul 4:30 pagi.
Oh, okey.
Yang aku nampak atas jalan, kabur saja. Tapi saya nak test, masa tu kereta baru dah pergi. Sekarang aku fikir balik takut tau. Macam mana? Masa tu mobil lagi. Okay. Kamu dah tak sadar masa tu. Dia tak pautan. Okay, kita proceed tuan-tuan. Okay. So, kapal aja ni, this one basically is talking about the organization perspective. Okay, when something happen here, incident or accident, there are many reasons. Okay, organization, workplace, people, defenses, accident ni berlaku. So maknanya, here what is trying to tell is there are so many defenses. So umur dah lepas, everything is gone through, then there is an accident. Okay, so this one is a bit complicated. This is a, jadi modelnya dipakai Swiss cheese lah. Swiss cheese dia ada banyak lubang so sampai ke accident. So it's just a model only. Okay, no need to emphasize so much of this. Okay, so now kita dah sampai ke masa why we need this SMS. Lepas 1.5 jam ni baru dah why SMS Decades has research shown same thing lah. Accidents and incidents can be traced some sort of error. Kita dah maklum sebelum ni kita dah maklum error can occur at management level, okay, can be flight deck, anywhere. Okay, the sini development of policy procedure ni mention about CEO policy. Ini beli kapal baru, pesawat baru tapi tak ada road, it's rugi. So can occur at the flight deck, pilots. Kat RAM boleh berlaku, kat counter boleh berlaku. Counter boleh berlaku sebab counter tak check betul, sebenarnya pasport tiruan. Okay, counter dekat checking counter dia tak check dengan betul, lagi lalu. Tapi mungkin dia tu teroris, kita tak tahu. Tiruan boleh berlaku, pernah berlaku. Okay, ataupun dia pakai NTL, not to land. Okay, boleh berlaku orang dah blacklist, dipakai pasport orang lain, dia nak pergi ke destinasi. Kadang-kadang counter kena check semua ni. Oh, sorry. Okay, dekat RAM, dekat counter, hangar, engineering or in the workshop boleh berlaku pernah berlaku. Okay, ni pernah berlaku ASX engineering. Saya tak nak sebut insiden tu, pernah berlaku serius. Okay, berlaku. Okay. Alright, what is SMS? Baru kita sampai ke sini A systematic, proactive and clear process for managing safety and health that integrates operations and technical systems with the financial and human resource management to achieve safe operations with as low as reasonably practicable. Okay, alam. So, jelaslah. Okay, satu cara sistematik, okay, untuk mencapai kita punya matlamat dari segi safety lah. Okay, proaktif ingat, proaktif, bukan reaktif Apa, do you know the difference between proactive and reactive? Apa tu proaktif? What is proactive? Kita buat sesuatu sebelum anything happen. Proaktif. Reactive is dah lepas berlaku, baru kita nak nak bincang tentang sistem lah, ni tindakan macam mana, tindakan susulan. Sepatutnya, for example, just now, katakan dah jatuh, baru kita maka dah ke hospital dekat dah bandage kat sini kepala, baru kita nak kata, inilah pelaku ni. Sebelum tu, kalau ada orang buat report, before that, if somebody reported, it is proactive. Sebelum jatuh. After they already jatuh, it's already reactive. Okay, so that is why we need reporting. Reporting is sebelum sesuatu berlaku, satu keadaan bahaya, hazard, we report, is called proactive. Hazard reporting is proactive, sebelum berlaku. Okay, sebelum berlaku.
Kira macam ni lah. Ikan payung sebelum hujan lah.
Betul. Sebaliknya lain tau, ada satu peribahasa selain selain daripada tu, apa peribahasa yang lawan tu? Kucing bila nak tu baru tu kan? Tu lawan awak. Awak punya sediakan payung sebelum hujan, tapi saya punya bila nak tu baru nak korek apa. Okey. Saya tak tahu tepat atau tidak lah. Tapi kena bawa macam ni. Okey, so dia merangkumi semualah yang proaktif, clear process managing, safety and health integrated dengan operation, technical system, financial. Okey, financial So, sesuatu organisasi, some organisation or many organisation, safety depend on their kemampuan. For example, yesterday I mentioned about your safety shoe. Okay, during my time, okay, safety shoe RM55, safety shoe. Now, according to you, ada orang pakai? Tak ada. Now you say the brown coklat coklat sekarang. Higher quality. We upgrade. So, basically financial. Okay. I give you one example. Yesterday I mentioned about construction. You see, subcontractor dekat construction site, dia tak bagi PPE kat pekerja asing. Macam bangla semua kan, tak ada safety shoe, pakai kasut plastik tu, yang putih tu. Kan? So why? Dia nak jimat duit dia. Dan dia tak ada macam perhatian kepada dia sebab dia orang asing dari Bangla ke mana-mana lah kan. So this is not very good lah. Sebab tu sekarang undang-undang kita DOS tegas, tak kira siapa, you kena provide. Okay, so that's it. So financial, okay, interrelated with companies kemampuan. That is why kita ada ni, as low as reasonably practicable. Okay, safe operation as low as reasonably practicable. Okay, sambil kita cuba, while we need to be very meticulous about our expenditure. Okay, kita belanja wang, kita mesti nak pastikan dia boleh meet quality. For example, before this, the RM55 shoe also okay, tapi dia tak boleh pakai, dia tak lama lah, cepat haus kan. Tapi sekarang punya more expensive but maybe better quality. That's the reason lah. So kemampuan, your financial capacity, your financial capacity. Kalau ikut pergi sana, satu syarikat kecil suruh dia bagi PPE ni, tu, ni, okay, SME kadang-kadang kita rasa macam tak adil lah, because it's a small company. Ataupun dia punya proses tu tak bahaya. Okay, proses dia tu duduk sana buat assembly. Okay, yang elektronik suruh bagi safety shoe, apa? Cost kan. So you must see the nature. Macam you orang punya kerja ni, because dia tolong kat semua berat, properly sensitive. So alam as far as low as reasonably practicable. Okay, kemampuan financial dia dari segi kewangan. Okay. So basically macam saya nanti kita tengok hazard, okay, hazard and risk. Control measure. Yes. So selepas you dah kena pasti dia risk, you kena ada tindakan susulan. Okay, for example, this one, dua skru dah luka, dah nampak, ada orang report, Mr. Maintenance, please go repair. So kita dah tutup kes tu kan, already settle. Bukan saja tu, sebab yang ni boleh berlaku, kita kena cari yang lain. Mungkin lain pun sama kan. So that is how we do it lah. So, tindakan susulan kita kena buat dan tolerable region. Okay, for example, Mr. Maintenance beritahu saya, bos, saya tak ada spare part lah, saya ambil satu skru je. Okay, sekarang ni saya pasang satu skru, lagi satu skru boleh tak tunggu lagi 2 hari? Boleh, tolerable. Boleh ke tak boleh? Dah lama dia tu 2, tapi kalau satu dah pasang, boleh kita terima sementara. Tapi mungkin saya bagi tahu management, sampai 2 dah pasang, tak boleh pakai tempat ni. Tempat ni dah kosong. Boleh kan? Banyak cara dalam safety tu banyak cara kita boleh buat. Okey, dalam pengalaman saya pernah saya terima. Orang kata macam mana safety boleh terima? Boleh, sebab kita kena balance kita kena teruskan kita punya operasi.
Boleh sembang lah.
So kita boleh runding. Okey, Mr. Maintenance, satu skru pasang dulu, satu lagi saya bagi awak 2 hari lagi. Sambil tu saya bagi ke management, tempat ni mahal, jangan duduk. Lain orang boleh duduk, mahal tak boleh. Alright, contoh lah. Macam tu.
Boleh kepala bocor tempat mahal dengan mana?
Ya, betul. Okay. So, contoh faham So, bukan maknanya saya sebagai safety cakap, tak boleh. Dua-dua kena pasang, saya tak boleh tunggu. Cannot. Semua boleh balik kepada kewangan. Bila sampai kewangan, kita kena balance. Kita kena balance lah. Safety kena jaga. Sambil tu kewangan kita jangan orang kata bolos lah. Okay. SMS required by regulation here. Undang-undang atau peraturan perlukan. An organisation owes the duty of care to ensure its operation are within acceptable level. Boleh diterima. Okay, for the macam saya sebut tadi, if one screw, can I accept it or not? Acceptable level lah, but certain period, for 2 days, 3 days. Lepas tu cannot. If, for example, maintenance janji saya 2 hari, katakan 2 hari spare part tak sampai. So mungkin saya kau tahu, okay, tak boleh, bila ni tak boleh pakai. Until the spare part come. So tolerable tu ada di punya limit. Okay, so example. Okay. So within acceptable level lah, terima boleh tahap yang boleh kita terima. Okay, that's right. So kalau satu skru belum sampai lagi, saya akan terima sementara. That is all acceptable level. Ini dia SMS. Betul kan? So SMS is basically, this diagram shows as a roof, bumbung, supported by 4 tiang, pillar. They call it pillar. Okay, pillar. So if any one pillar, kalau salah satu tiang ni, okay, berlaku satu lah, katakan dia dah retak ke, dia dah apalah, apa akan jadi pada bumbung? Bumbung. Kuat lagi Kalau 2 ke 3 bumbung. So all these pillars are the 4 pillars of our SMS. Okay. So one by one we will akan teliti lagi. Okay. So first one tadi kita nampak safety policy and objective. Okay. So, safety policy and objective, a statement which establishes senior management commitment to continuously improve safety and define the method. Basically, majikan atas kita, okay, our top management will have a policy about safety. Okay, dasar company policy, company safety policy. Okay, policy itu untuk kita sebagai garis panduan dan komitmen oleh di atas. So basically because top management must commit supaya we will have support from top management. Example, kalau saya nak, if I want to do some improvement on safety, I need money kan. So kalau top management writes the policy that I will support safety sekian, they have to give me the financial support. That is why we need, first thing is safety is top down, bukan bottom up. Ingat safety dari atas ke bawah. It starts from our CEO. So CEO bukan datang sana tunjuk awak macam mana nak buat, tak ada. Dia bagi support. Okay, for example, dia kata all our staff must go for safety training. Contoh SMS. Okay, dalam SMS tu satu topik. Lepas tu kita ada SI safety. Sekian. So he is making a commitment. Sebab masa you training, yang dapat lagi kan? So that is from management. Okay, so this is a support lah, sokongan daripada pihak atas. Okay, dan yang ini dalam tulisan nanti you akan tengok polisi. Okay, so later we'll go one by one. Okay, so the four elements, actually it's the four pillar bukan element. Element tu lain. Element, there is a 12 elements. Yeah, so it should be a pillar. Okay. So yang ni, this is the most important. Support from management. Safety policy is a written statement. Okay, written dalam tulisan by an employer. This is our CEO. Our employer is our CEO. CEO akan sign. Stating the company commitment. Komitmen daripada majikan atas untuk lindung. Okay. Kalau kita tengok OSHA kan, OSHA tu kewajipan majikan tu untuk lindung safety, health dengan ada lagi satu. Apa tu? Keselamatan, kesihatan dan kebajikan. Tapi sini tak. Sekolah okey nama health, safety of employee and customer. Jadi paling cabar sebab kalau you ambil industri lain, contohnya macam katakan elektronik. Syarikat elektronik apa dia buat kerja? Dia buat elektronik produk, dia buat semiconductor hantar ke customer. So apa yang berlaku dengan customer tu tak terlibat awak lah. Tapi kita punya, kita kena jaga keselamatan dan kesihatan customer kita bermilion-milion kan? Macam makanan ni orang katakan dah racun, apa akan jadi? Satu kapal semua cari beret. Kapal tu ada berapa toilet? 3. 3 Tapi dalam passenger berapa? 180. Semua cari beret. Punya dalam jangan ambil senang punya nasi lemak jaga. Yes, can happen can happen. Inilah dia perangai kita, takkan berlaku gelak. Tapi bila berlaku, kau cari beret. Kau akan cari beret. Right? So that is why it says lah, okay? Our customers. Sebab dalam kita punya kondisi dalam kita peraturan transportation, I will send you from point A to point B safely without even a scratch. Contohlah. Okay, so tanggungjawab kita pastikan passengers dari point A ke B selamat dan sehat dan tak ada trauma. Kalau ada trauma pun dia boleh sue kita tau. Kalau dia luka dia boleh sue kita. Pernah berlaku. Masa zaman saya dekat HX, pernah kita 2 kali kena sue. Tapi ada kita punya perhitungan lah. So I don't want to elaborate on that. Ada 2 kes, ya. Di mana passenger sue kita sebab one is, this one I remember, I yang investigate kes ni, Pool Sydney, okay, berlaku pergolakan, turbulence, pergolakan is turbulence, right? Berlaku dekat Singapura. So semua kena buang, tiba-tiba berlaku, semua kena buang yang tak pakai terlalu lewat, tiba-tiba ada pergolakan, tak sempat untuk pakai safety belt, passenger kena buang, cabin crew kita jatuh. So ada satu staff nurse dinama Erin Crocker, staff nurse dari Australia, dia kena buang patah tulang kaki ni. Okay, bila dah sampai semua okey lah, kita kena wheelchair dia pergi ke hospital, semua dah siap, 6 bulan MC. Tiba-tiba kita terima surat lawyer 70,000 Australia dia claim. Duit kita kali 3 210,000 Malaysia dia claim. So kita lawan balik dengan lawyer. Saya buat report, kita pergolakan tu bukan sebabkan kesalahan kita. Pergolakan tu mother nature. Nature maknanya dia memang semula jadi, bukan sebabkan kita. Kenapa tak sempat? Sebab tiba-tiba berlaku. Sebab kita punya data semua dalam kokpit, dia ada bila berlaku, masa bila dia punya data weather dengan dia punya condition kat atas tu memang semuanya register. Kita lawan balik kita lihat. So passenger boleh suruh, so sebab tu customer penting. Selain daripada ni, good good corporate citizen kena jagalah customer kita supaya kita boleh sustain kita business. Kalau tercemar kalau ada kejadian social media yang tahu lah sekarang ni saya kena ni Asia jemaah hari-hari ada kan, hari-hari kita dengar tu ada cicak lah dalam nasi lemak, ada lipat lah. Kita tak kes yang sini ke KK 5 tahun lepas ada lipat dalam nasi lemak kita. Sebenarnya customer yang passenger yang letak. Kita tahu tak kes tu? Dia letak saja di kapal. Social media korang boleh berlaku. Boleh berlaku. Sabotaj. Dia sengaja nak semakan nama itu. Biasalah. Mungkin bukan ada dengki, mungkin yang lain-lain yang suruh dia buat, bayar dia. Macam blogger itu ada blogger. Dalam blogger dia orang video untuk syarikat lain, untuk syarikat yang bersaing tau, customer. Kita punya kompetitor saja dia orang ambil untuk buat kerja-kerja macam ni lah. Kadang-kadang berlaku So for us, waktu in flight, sometimes kena jaga ni lah customer. Jangan dia orang very tu je. Okay? Macam cabin crew, dia kena jaga supaya macam bila dia ada kes bila dia hidang kopi kena tangan passenger. Anak dia membuat pedang bakar. Suami isteri tengah-tengah anak kan. Suami passing kopi dengan panas dekat bini. Tengah-tengah terjatuh, anak dia dekat belakang semua habis. Viral tau. Jadi viral. Right. So content of safety policy, apa kandungan polisi ni? Safety policy CEO dah tulis, CEO dah sign. So kandungan di dalam tu support from management. Dukungan daripada majikan support from management. I'll give safety shoe, I'll give PPE, I'll give training, I'll ikut undang-undang, macam-macam nanti kita akan tengok. Okay, staff accountability or safety, yes. Macam sekian hari lagi, 15 hari bulan 5, dia akan dapat satu manager safety. Berapa orang yang tahu? Safety manager tahu akan sampai.
mana tak apa.
Safety manager, dia kalau dia jahat beritahu saya. Nama saya dulu. Okay, so syarikat janji dia akan ada satu organisasi safety department untuk jaga keselamatan dan kesihatan dan kebajikan kamu semua. So ni inisiatif syarikat management so safety department. Maknanya ni perlukan duit lah. Okay, dia kena bayar safety team Continual improvement, pastikan selalu kita ada naik tahap kita dari segi keselamatan dan kesihatan. Selalu naik tahap kita Macam dulu safety shoe RM55, sekali berapa? Satu lebih. Itu kira continual improvement. Okay. Establish hazard identification risk management. Jadi memang akan ada lah nanti. So kita ada satu sistem di mana kita galakkan semua kita punya team untuk buat laporan. Contoh macam tadi kan. Kalau sebab safety department terhad safety department mungkin ada 2-3 orang. Berapa biji mata, katakan 9 biji mata. Tapi diorang jadi telinga dan mata dan telinga safety department. Semua. So safety is whose responsibility? Yes, everyone yourself, everybody. Jangan nak kata banyak kali bila saya join Asia dulu, you tahu tak? Safety dia orang pergi survey kita pergi survey, dia kata safety department. Safety department responsible for your safety. Tak ada. You are responsible for your safety and other safety. Kan? Bila you bawa tu, selain daripada jaga safety awak, you kena pastikan jangan kau pergi langgar bangla yang mudah dipastikan. Okay? Alright? Okay, so risk management identification ni ada satu sistem lah. Kamu punya proses semua kita dah buat siap risk identification dan risk assessment. And macam contohnya you punya chiller room. Management rasa chiller room tu terlalu luar biasa lah, sejuk. Sebab kita nak jaga makanan kita kan. So supaya tapi keadaan sejuk tu kita kena overcome. Tindakan susulan tu give you PPE, iaitu you punya coat untuk jadi punya untuk jaga kesihatan makanan tu kita ada ni kan shower cap. Ada shower cap kan? Ada. Okay. Tapi kampung cap tak ada lah. Kampung cap kena ada. Okay. Management to provide resources, yes. Management building bagi sumber. Dari segi first thing kewangan sumber kewangan yang paling penting. Okay. Dan of course manpower, tools yang canggih semua tadi. Bukan canggih lah, selamat lah. Comply with regulatory requirement, yes. Okay, CEO kita kata kita kena ikut undang-undang yang sedia daripada kita punya rumah kuasa. Kita kena ikutlah semua dalam SMS memang kita akan ikut semua undang-undang peraturan. Communication throughout the organisation, yes. Contohnya macam ni, kita communicate tentang safety. Kadang-kadang yang safety manager akan issue contohnya risalah ataupun notice, safety notice. So tu kita ada. Measurement of safety performance, kita akan mantau kita punya prestasi. Tahun ni katakan 2 insiden. Tahun depan 3. Ni problem. Tahun depan kita akan usaha untuk 0 for example ataupun 1. Selalu kita kena improve. So kita kena monitor, kita kena mantau kita punya performance performance kita kena mantau. So esok bila punya safety manager dah sampai, dia akan mantau statistik kita daripada report-report anda semua. Berapa kes berlaku, berapa kes ni, berapa kes keracunan macam tu contoh. Right? So semua ni kandungan dalam safety policy boleh. Yang sign siapa? CEO CEO yang akan sign Tapi dalam tu saya dah tengok kita punya polisi. Siapa saya ni?
So you cannot have
Dulu ni, dulu selain dulu memang ni daripada Veerasanan ya, CEO. Sekarang ni dah jadi Unit Perdana. Pangkat dia Chief Executive Officer. CEO ni kan okey dia saya. Ni tak kisah lagi tadi. Syarikat lain, ada syarikat. Okey, report. Tapi untuk kita capital A ya. Kita anak syarikat capital A. Right? Dulu Air Asia lah, sekarang capital A. So di sini ialah apa-apa yang kita tengok tadi. Whatever here, okay, semua ni 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ada dalam ni. Tapi dia lebih daripada 8 dalam ni, sampai rasa tapi dia akan bagi sokongan dan support, clearly semuanya komitmen. Okay, bagi sumber training semua lah. Okay, provide semua sekali. So tempat kerja awak pernah ada tak nampak dia punya office ke apa-apa polisi? Ada kan? Okay. So sila sekarang ni kalau saya baca satu-satu semua dah mengantuk dah. Bila you ada masa baca dekat tempat kerja awak, dekat office ke dekat mana-mana lah. Okay. So this is policy dia. So ni design oleh CEO. Okay, so yang tu pillar nombor 1 yang nombor 1 kita renung balik policy, safety policy and objective nombor 1. Nombor 2 safety risk management. Macam mana kita akan uruskan kita punya risiko dalam aktiviti kita, operasi kita. Okay, banyak dalam operasi kita ada banyak aktiviti lah. So setiap aktiviti tu ada risiko yang dia punya own risk. We will do a risk management. Okay. So risk management mengandungi reactive method, proactive, predictive. Tadi kita sebut reactive. Apa tu reactive? Apa contoh reaktif tadi? Selepas berlaku not so good. Okay. Orang dah cedera, harta benda dah rosak, harta benda dah rugi, baru kita ambil tindakan susulan. So that is reactive. Response to events that have already happened, such as incident, accident. Okay, macam tu dah jatuh atas faham, dia dah pergi ke hospital, dia dah pukul kat sini, kaki di sini di hospital, dah lewat. Proaktif, ni yang paling yang ideal lah. Actively seeks the identification of hazardous condition through the analysis of organization process. Okay, ni complicated sikit lah, tapi cuma tuan-tuan buat laporan aja. Kalau nampak sesuatu yang keadaan bahaya, aktiviti yang bahaya ataupun condition yang bahaya, lapor je lah. Itu dah cukup, itu akan menunaikan requirement. So maknanya, contoh 2 skru dah jatuh, kamu nampak lubang tu, report aja. Report mana dah dapat, dalam sistem dah ada. Okay, setiap yang ada tu, yang boleh akseskan kepada you punya portal Asia main portal, you boleh pilih icon safety report horizontal. Saya tak akan ajar, esok you safety manager akan ajar orang macam mana nak buat report. Very simple, straightforward. Okay, buat report. So, yang ni kata kalau setiap tim kita ataupun kita punya staff tahu dah report, dah cukup. Dan kena ada niat dia, tengok je, yang ni kawan aku akan report, yang ni tak apalah, bukan cari tempat kerja. Tak ada, apa-apa buat laporan. Saya contoh semasa saya ke highway, saya nampak sepehan tayar yang besar-besar kan, tayar celung lori dia. Saya terus panggil broker. Sebab saya cuma takut yang tu kena dekat kenderaan ringan bahaya, cukup bahaya, macam kancil ke apa lah. Bahaya, saya tak apa. Dalam pun saya ada, selalu saya buat laporan. Dekat tepi jalan saya nampak apa-apa benda, kita buat laporan. Apa boleh kita buat. Okay. Contohnya kalau dekat site, Driver IFA dekat SI pergi nampak satu lubang tiba-tiba lepas hujan. Okay, ada lakisan ke apalah. Apa you kena buat? Report terlewat. Besok sebelum you report ada orang bawa motor dah jatuh mati. Ada security yang dulu accident, major accident dekat SI. Tapi tu dia lah kat tepi lah. Katakan ada lubang, kita boleh buat tindakan yang senang tau. Cari satu pun yang berdekatan, letak dekat situ. Boleh kan? Letak satu pun. Maknanya orang tahu. Ya kadang-kadang you pergi kat jalan kampung you tengok ada kayu dengan plastik bag. Ada kan? Apa maksud dia? Ada bahaya, ada kadang bahaya. Pernah nangkap? Bukan kampung ada kan? Tengok dia letak tu. Betul. Itu saya memang puji orang yang letak tu tau. Sebab dia tahu kawan dia ke siapa-siapa jiran dia ke boleh mak waktu malam lepas shift malam
nampak.
Pro jatuh. Nampak tu okey ada sesuatu. So contoh macam ni lah kita buat sesuatu. Laporan tu ialah laporan. Jangan tunggu lubang tu pakai wakil rakyat. Terlewat ataupun pergi majlis. Orang dah baring kat situ. Buat sesuatu kalau boleh lah okey. Di sini ada niat dia. Sebab untuk saya katakanlah kita dah nampak benda tu, dia tak lapor. Esok pagi dia kerja tengok orang baring kat situ. Sebenarnya kalau aku dah buat sesuatu mungkin tak berlaku. Kita rasa sebentar lah okey. Proaktif bisa prefer lah. Kalau boleh begitu. Rakaman dah cukup.
Puji.
Ada lagi? Cukup kan? Dah stop? 2 jam. Okay, with this last pillar, you almost finished with SMS. Okay. So, recap. First pillar.
Safety policy and objective.
Number 2,
Safety management.
Number 3,
Safety
Number 4, so basically with these 4, okay, safety management system is complete. Okay. So now, most important is after knowing SMS, next is what? You already know, yes, some safety knowledge. So what do you have to do? First,
Implement.
yes, implement. Yes, implement. Another one, safety assurance. That's not you saw. Safety assurance is to make sure what? Follow. Yes. Implement. Maybe say meaning lah, but for you the word is follow. Okay. Whatever you learn in your SOP, step by step, atau cara kerja. Sila tuan-tuan ingat atau cara kerja dengan SOP, dengan regulation, kena ikut. Itu je, that's your job. More than that, reporting culture. Okay, you must report. Bukan saja, not only your own safety issues, what you feel that, also any hazard, anything which you see elsewhere, other company, for example driver, when you are driving, you observe another company vehicle atau kenderaan driving dangerously, okay, you can report in your report. So your safety department will communicate. For example, you nampak aero darat driver this SI driving very fast or driving recklessly, maybe you can report. You just take a snapshot, report to your safety department. Your safety department will pick up with aero darat safety department, because we have a relationship. So safety is everybody's business. Overall, this aerodrome, we have a relationship. For example, last time when I find Petronas not follow rule, I report to Petronas. Petronas is like, similarly, if AirAsia staff make any mistake, safety issue, the other company will report to me. Okay, same thing with MAB. MAB kalau during the operasi they found anything, they will report to company. Okay, because they are the enforcers, enforcer will report. So basically safety SMS later our assessment, we only cover we ask question about SMS. Now, so like you mentioned implement, you mentioned follow. Okay, so to follow and to implement, most important here is what is culture? Budaya keselamatan dan kesihatan yang sehat. Positive safety culture. Okay, so what is apa ciri-ciri? What are the requirements? What are the for a good safety culture? Safety culture is not only individual, company. This company safety culture is like this. For example, we compare. Okay, Japan. If I say safety culture, this whole world, you can say that Japan is one of the top in terms of safety culture, followed by other developed nations lah, macam Germany ke apa. But we are also going towards this, menuju ke arah capai good safety culture. Okay, which means we must start from young. Okay, what are the things we see here? Informed culture. Okay, to achieve a good safety culture, you must have informed culture. Informed culture means you have the knowledge like this. I'm training on SMS. You are well informed about SMS. Pengetahuan lah. You know about, well informed about safety. Okay, well informed. For example, yesterday in Manado there is an incident in flight langgar kapal. So today during the briefing, your supervisor will say, okay, everyone, yesterday, I'm not sure how many of you know about it, but there was an incident. Like this. What is the cause of it? Okay, maybe that time not sure, but alert. So that you're careful. We share. Okay, tak kira mana berlaku lah. Katakan dalam your leader saw it in the Facebook, also can be shared. Or sometimes safety department will inform your leader, please talk about this. Just not tak perlu formal, say informal. Send to your manager will send to you, then leader will announce. Okay, yesterday we had this incident, it's because overspeeding, it's because the brake not working, something like that, to give us kesedaran. Okay. Staff understand about hazard and risk, yes. Okay, hazard and risk. Work continually to identify and overcome threats of safety, yes. Okay, so this is good culture lah, informed culture. What is hazard? How to report? All these are some good habits. Just culture. This is another word. Just culture. Just. What's the meaning of just? Dalam bahasa Malaysia is adil, bukan keadilan, adil. Just culture. Adil maknanya this morning he mentioned about human error. Okay, you make a mistake, human error. So just culture is making sure that you are fair dalam investigation lah. Okay, and treat the person or that incident fairly. Fair dengan adil lah. So for example, error understood, yes, he understand the error, he admit. Okay, violation cannot be tolerated. Maknanya, if it is error, it's understood. But violation maknanya apa? What's the meaning of violation? Langgaran, langgar undang-undang, violate. Okay, maknanya dengan human factor, you know lah. Kalau you belajar human factor in detail, you know that violation is actually you know you cannot do but you do. Violate, langgar undang-undang. Maknanya you tahu 110, but you are speeding at 150. It's violation. That's why he mentioned about tak sengaja, human error. That is different. If we find that it is due to human error, yes, it's understood. but violation cannot be accepted. Maknanya, you know that that is a rule. For example, non-smoking area, very big sign, non-smoking. Tapi this is a sign of smoking, but you are smoking in front. But this sign like that. Obvious, eh? Tak ada apa-apa alasan, eh? Straight away it is violation. Alright? So just culture is making sure knows and agree what is acceptable and unacceptable. Okay? Apa yang kita boleh terima, apa yang kita tak boleh terima. Violation cannot accept. Okay? Right? Human error, kesilapan manusia, if we find that it's kesilapan manusia, to a certain extent we can accept. Learning culture, yes. Good safety culture ataupun budaya, sedia nak belajar lah. Willing to learn about safety. Like today you all are here, your boss said, okay, pergi belajar SMS today, whole day. Start at pukul 9 o'clock morning. Everyone here 9 o'clock morning except one person lah. Okay, but anyway, still acceptable. But if that person comes at 10 o'clock, violation. You understand? Yes. That person came a bit late, still acceptable. Budi bicara, cikgu lah, okay, budi bicara, I said okay. But if he come 1 hour late, I said no, you're considered absent. Sebab apa? 8 hours, 1 hour you came late, you as good as tak belajar. Because the beginning topic is very important. Okay? So, agree is what is acceptable. Learning culture, yes. Encourage to develop and apply their own skills, knowledge and enhance safety. For example, you have your categories B2. Okay, your B2, you have certain requirement, certain, what are your batasan, eh? What are your limit? For example, this is my limit. I cannot go to runway. You keep to your, what you learn, what you are supposed to, your batasan, eh? Your limit. Okay, develop your own skills, knowledge, and enhance safety. Staff are updated on safety issues, yes. Meaning, you are always updated. Okay, if any problem anywhere, any issue, safety issue, anywhere in worldwide regarding airline, okay, let's say somewhere in Italy or in flight, langgar pesawat, okay, then came out social media. That one we share with you. You are willing to learn from it. Okay. Okay. So staff updated. Make sure that your leader or your safety department will update you on whatever is noticed worldwide. Yeah. Safety reports are feedback to staff. Safety reports are. So safety report. For example, you report this. Okay, say Mahan raise a report saying this goes the safety report comes to the safety department. Safety department, after whatever action we have taken, we must give you feedback. So that is two-way, yeah? To encourage you to report. Kalau, for example, you report, yes, I take some tindakan susulan, tapi I never inform you. Okay, you will be thinking, I report, tapi tak ada apa-apa. Maybe you don't come here to check, kan? Kepo sangat lah. Tapi for us to let you know, okay, thank you Mahan for your report. This is what you have done. We've already informed maintenance department. Maintenance department has already prepared the replace the screw. Now it's in good condition. Thank you very much. Please continue to report hazards to enhance our safety to the next level. This is what I do. We normally have to reply you so that you won't galakkan lah, kan? You report, I dapat reply lah daripada safety department. Dia rasa bangga lah, betul tak? Dia rasa inspire, you inspire you. So very important. So when you report, always ask for a reply. I mean, you have the right to ask for safety department. I reported this on this day, report saya ada, tapi so far I never received any reply. First reply we give you is yes, we have acknowledgement. Yes, we have replied. We have already received your report. Thank you very much. We will let you know what we have done in due course. kita akan bagi tahu apa yang kita. Lepas tindakan semua, we will inform you again. Okay, so this is the system. Sebab apa? Kita nak encourage other staff. So bila you terima, bila seseorang tu terima jawapan daripada safety department, you feel encouraged. He inform his friend. Betul lah, I buat report tu, I terima tau. Safety manager bagi reply. Dia kata thank you very much. So you also get excited. You want to report also. So becomes a good culture. Okay. Okay, feedback to staff. Reporting culture paling penting. This is the most important of all. Okay, a company which have the most hazard report is a good or bad company. Good, huh? Why good? Yes, because the awareness is good. Okay, so a company where they have a lot of accident report, good or bad? Bad. Okay, but hazard report is very good because before it become an incident or accident, you already reported. Means you are the eyes and ears of safety department. Correct? So instead of safety department come check everywhere, all over the warehouse, whole aerodrome, you all have become our ears, eyes and ears of safety department. This is very good culture, very good culture. Everybody is aware, everybody share each other. So reporting culture, encourage to voice safety concern, yes, voice. Okay, you have to voice out. Tepat kerja you tak selesa, safety issue tak selesa, anything which you feel tak selesa, you have to voice out. But our culture is, kita punya culture, orang Asia, especially orang Malaysia, we must change our attitude. We must be able to, sebab dalam undang-undang memang we encourage you to voice out your concern. Sebab kalau this affect you, it will affect another person also. Kalau ia rasa tempat tu sejuk sangat ataupun bising sangat, it's going to affect others also. Betul tak? Not only you. Remember, it's helping all your kawan-kawan sekerja, your team. So that's important. Encourage. Okay, voice out whatever you have. Report, analyze, and appropriate action taken. Okay, that's maybe management lah. Your job is to report. That part of it, to take the proper, to do a proper analysis and proper tindakan susulan is more to do with management. Okay, as long as you report, everyone already considered good. But if you are part of the team, if you are in safety department, you should have the skill of analyzing and proposing tindakan susulan. Tapi dalam you punya report, kadang-kadang you also can suggest. For example, your report says this quality, this jenama safety shoe not so comfortable. But my friend is working in aerodarat. Jenama dia pakai is Nike. Okay? You can suggest kalau you have the knowledge, kalau you have the pengetahuan ataupun you have the information, share it, no harm. Kan, instead of safety department, kasut ni. So maybe safety department will check this, why not? Okay, bring up the department, get some sample of Nike shoe, test, and maybe can implement. If management approve, mahal mahal. Tengok accountant kat situ. So if sometimes company say no, because you saw alarm, what is alarm? Meaning apa? Anybody can tell me what is alarm? S. You're coming there. Try. Remember alarm, apa-apa yang kita buat, kita ingat alarm. S. Reasonably. Very good, practicable. Okay. So apa yang kita mampu lah? Apa yang what is reasonably acceptable cost? Kalau that cost of the safety issue is can reduce all the injury and make the staff very happy. Okay, having the Nike jenama walking around, working mall semua. Okay, I have a friend who wear the safety shoe everywhere. You know apa dia buat? Dia polish. Mana-mana dia pergi, dia pakai safety shoe. Proud. He's very proud of it. Yes, he's very proud. Safety shoe. Anywhere he go dengan family, pergi mall ke apa ke, he polish the shoe and wear. Tapi he told me one thing. Dia punya weapon. Dia kata tu senjata dia. Sebab polis cannot catch. Tendang. Dia pernah tendang orang. Sampai break the leg, break the bone. Dengan besi depan kan. Yes. Dia pakai sebagai weapon. Tapi dia polish cantik-cantik kan. Sampai can happen kan. Sebab besi depan, bagi satu dekat sini. Ini imagine. Okay je, bagi oh. Okay. So be proud So example, kalau you suggest, okay, kita pakai kawan saya dekat darat pakai Nike. If the company implement, you are very proud. Okay, you give it out. Okay, betul tak? Yang ni aku yang recommend tau. Aku yang recommend tau. Feel good, feel good. So wearing culture selalu was-was berhati-hati. Selalu make sure that things can happen to you. Macam semalam kita belajar, malam tidak bau Expect the unexpected. Maknanya boleh berlaku pada saya, okay, ataupun syarikat saya. Selalu, if it doesn't happen, we always feel that it will never happen to us. Don't have that kind of thing. Always, jangan kiasu lah. Orang kata kiasu maknanya selalu dalam ketakutan. People give you credit 45 km, you bawa 10 km. Okay, itu kira not so good lah. Okay, try your best to beat the speed and achieve our target revenue. Okay, because OTP is our revenue. Ingat. So, yeah, expecting the unexpected. Apa yang akan berlaku boleh berlaku pada you dengar berlaku dekat Itali ataupun dekat Brazil, boleh berlaku dekat Malaysia kan?
Yes.
Bukannya different. Yes, kalau berlaku dekat France sebabkan snow, lainlah sikit. Kita tak ada snow kat sini kan? But possible to happen in another way. Hujan ribut, yes, we learn from that. Tapi if it's because of ice, snow and all that, maybe we say, okay, can that happen to me because we are not subject to this kind of weather. Good. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, so we must learn from all that. So, budaya, good safety culture, budaya is the most important. When you want to measure, kalau you nak buat ukuran, okay, that company is good, this company is no good, or that one of it is safety culture. Bukan saja dia punya revenue, dia punya keuntungan, ataupun what the company can give the staff. Safety also, dia punya safety record. Okay, to be very frank with you, we compare ourselves benchmark dengan airline ada AirAsia how. Yelah AirAsia menang the best cabin crew for 15 years. Okay, the best this, the best that, the best IT company, low cost the best low cost semua. Tapi how for safety so far tak ada. Pernah dengar tak the safest? Yelah the safest airline ada. Macam dulu Qantas Australia safest airline. Okay, tapi we don't benchmark within. But last time when I was in Asia GTR, yes, ada benchmark. You know, dalam kawasan ni dia orang compare. MS, all the operators within KLIA, Asia number 1 in terms of ground safety. Bukan flying safety bukan flight operation ground safety. The number of incident memang tinggi. Our incident tinggi. But I told MAB, you cannot say incident, katakan 20 incident sebulan ataupun 10 incident sebulan. Another airline, Batik atau Malindo, baru 5. I told them you cannot mention like that because our number of aircraft banyak. Our flight kalau you compare dengan airline lain paling banyak. So you must calculate percentage. So bila dia start calculate percentage, we came out number 1. Asia because of number of takeoff and landing. Okay, kita punya turnaround banyak So ada engine benchmarking. Okay, so that's what we do. Okay. Okay, this is rush culture. What's the meaning of rush?
Kejap.
Yes, kejap-kejap, upuk-upuk. Sebab we are OTP oriented industry. Our revenue, keuntungan kita daripada OTP. Selagi our aircraft is on the ground, kita rugi tau. Because we are paying for the aeroplane. We are paying rental lah, example lah rental ataupun kita bayar so. Selagi our aircraft is on the ground, we are losing money. Macam masa COVID, we lost money sebab on the ground. Selain daripada itu, parking fee. Yang tahu tak berapa parking fee? Okay, during my time 85 ringgit satu malam, satu kapal, satu pesawat. Okay, sebab right? Something like that lah. Parking and maybe charges. Sebab dia parking macam parking lah dekat when you go to supermarket or where you parking dekat BSJ ke apa ke, you kena bayar kan? Same. Because itu dia punya kawasan, so you kena bayar. So revenue so ours revenue time oriented. So everything is effort to be rushing. Especially you guys when the operation, you rush for everything. Especially like example, your case is not so bad, but imagine 25 minutes. 25 minutes to turn around 320. If the load is less, katakan 80 passenger or 100, very fast loading, bag tak banyak, cargo maybe okay lah. Tapi boarding and disembarking, boarding cepat, fuel cepat, semua cepat. Tapi with 180 passenger, full lah, aircraft is full, longer, isn't it? Many bag to load, everything is more. So the 25 minutes is a very tight margin for us. So you can imagine the ramp staff macam mana dia kerja. That's why I said turnaround aircraft bukannya senang. Because everybody here, you fikir berapa banyak aktiviti kat situ. Okay, in flight, refueling, toilet, water, cargo, passenger, engineering, semua nak buat masing-masing Jerin pun ada target, Petronas ada target, semua orang ada target. So the tendency of rushing kejar, kita kejar 35 minutes. For 3:30, no problem lah. 3:30 berapa minit turn around? Okay, 1 hour certain but the time normally and general average is 75 minutes. It's very good. Some country like India 1 hour. Okay, I remember here when I was in Asia X, it was only 75 minutes. Okay, right? Some country give longer sebab dia nak safety. But we are different. Our model of business is different. Low cost, turn around. Our turning around. As long as aircraft is flying, Tony is a happy man. And we all must be happy because maybe for good benefit. Then maybe end of the year we get better bonus. If you see more aircraft on the ground, I feel sad. If I see the terminal packed with the passenger, I'm very happy. Why? Money coming in. Betul tak? Please, because one day I remember my experience. Morning, safety department punya meeting. One of my staff said, "Boss, pagi-pagi dia akan round dulu lah sebelum meeting Meeting pukul 10. So 2 hours, all the officers at the round. Terminal pun ada lah. So he came back today, how everything okay? Ada bos, hari ni ya, kita punya terminal terlalu banyak crowded lah. Susah lah, banyak. I say, hey, kalau crowded, you must be happy. Why you so, macam, no, you feel that it's not right. If the airport is crowded, you know that Terminal 2 is basically Air Asia. 90% Air Asia lah kan. So you must be happy. Money coming. Maybe your bonus better. Oh yelah, betul lah. Okay? So that is what it is all about, okay? So rush culture is part of OTP. It's already embedded inside us, alright? Embedded inside us. Any airline employees tell me that they don't rush, something is wrong. Rush is, your mind is making sure your target is OTP. But while you rush, tendency, you may langgar certain thing. Maybe take shortcut. Okay, maknanya for example, simple example speeding. Common lah speeding kan. Common kan? Setuju tak? Setuju kan? Common. Macam datang kerja. Okay? You overslept. Get up your alarm kan? Something wrong with your alarm, you get up late. Okay, you still want to rush kan? Although you wake up late, but you want to report on time. So the best way is to what? Tak mandi. Ada ke? Ada. Tidur. Tapi
Ada lampu merah speeding.
ada lampu merah tu. So it's already a human being. It's already embedded. Kalau you miss that one, you can do catch up here. But during catch up here, anything can go wrong. You're over speeding. Plus, don't forget when you are rushing, in your mind, you're not thinking what else. Remember, when you are rushing, your mind is not concentrating. Concentrating on what? When I will reach the destination. When I will finish this job. That is your mind. So you're stressed. Okay, let's look at it. No time to lose. Tak ada masa untuk So what is rush culture? Rushing is human nature. Yes. Okay, memanglah. Even though this morning I got up at 6:30 morning, I know banyak masa dalam tangan saya. Saya dah agak lah kalau traffic jam boleh sampai ke sini. Tiba-tiba reach the roundabout, memang jam. Tapi I'm not worried. I can come in time. Why? I already target. My road sure got traffic jam. So I dah calculate. I bagi 20 minit untuk traffic jam. Ngam-ngam boleh sampai sini lebih awal. Set up the computer, ready. So no excuse. If your route, for example, hari-hari datang ke bos, sorry bos, traffic jam. Besok, sorry bos, traffic jam. Hari kau lagi, next week, traffic jam. Kau ni apa hari traffic jam? Good excuse or not? No. Cannot accept because why? It is already a norm. Normal, it's already a norm. You cannot, traffic jam is no more excuse. Accident, yes. Macam last week I caught this accident, lorry terbabas, container, 2 hours. Yeah, I call office, told my boss, lambat. I already website. Lagi buat salah, later dekat mandau WhatsApp. Tengok tambah-tambah snowball Kalau you dah lambat lah, tapi bila you pakai, mungkin you tak careful, you langgar somebody. Betul. So all these snowball, dia kata snowball. Right? So time is crucial in this industry. Yes, of course. Airline timing is very important. OTP. Oh, sorry. Sorry guys. Okay. So constantly strive to adhere on-time performance. Okay. So memanglah all hours. Okay, our mind is OTP, especially the rank. Counter to close, body, all that OTP is the point. High tendency of resorting to shortcut. Yeah, betul. Okay, macam tadi ya, slogan kata beat traffic light, spot rushing. Possible shortcut ya, mungkin kita maybe we use on that day you nak pakai apa tu you punya waste lalu bawa you road yang cepat kan. Maybe you hari-hari jalan ni untuk hari lambat tu you nak ambil jalan kampung pula. Possible hari-hari highway, hari tu dah cepat shortcut ambil kampung road, tapi kampung road more dangerous kan. Okay. Save time, effort and risk being injured. Yes, of course. Okay. Save time, tapi risk is very high. Agree with me. You save time, but you risk is very high. Speed traffic light, for example. Okay, tendency of high risk. Okay. Besides that, being injured, damage to asset and affecting operations. Okay, yalah, memang. So we try to rush and meet the accident. What happened? The whole flight has to be delayed, or sometimes even cancelled. For example, if the ram guy is rushing okay, tractor or baggage, nak cepat-cepat, suddenly kena aircraft. Okay, hit the aircraft. Aircraft wrong the. Why he nak cepat-cepat? Okay, so that's the point. Then AOG, RTV, delay flight. Delay flight nama tapi RTV return to base or AOG, aircraft on ground. Okay, this is affect our revenue. Rugi lah, dari rugi kan. Sebab when aircraft on ground, you kena take care of the passenger. You kena bagi meal coupon, you kena bagi ni. Then kalau completely flight delayed for the next day, hotel. So all these are tergantung and dangerous. Okay, so rushing sometimes is not good. Biar lambat sikit, but make sure that you are safe. Okay, kita share. Ada siapa-siapa dekat sini? Has there been any incident in your organisation? Pernah? Very openly lah Ada ke apa-apa dalam you punya army pengalaman? Not only here, your previous company. Have you want to share any incident? Tak pernah Tapi individual adalah banyak kan? Individually memanglah kereta ke motor ke pernah lah kan? Okay, so anyway. So if there is, you can share. But I want to share with you some experience. Videographer dah setengah jam. Dah setengah jam. Tak lagi.
Lagi 3 jam. Lagi 7 minit. Baru 3 jam.
Berapa?
7 minit lagi.
Pending.
Baru 3 jam. Kena 3 jam.
Lagi berapa minit?
Lagi 1 jam lagi.
So
4 jam kan?
saya cuma nak share one of the incident. Fire incident involving dangerous food. So because you all are on the flight, tapi if you are in the rank, you all have dangerous food also training Tomorrow I think got dangerous food. Dangerous food is wajib for all airline staff. Even though you are in flight ke apa ke, wajib dangerous food. This is daripada di mandated wajib. Okay, mandatory. Okay. So you all I don't know catch what. Okay, but okay, this dangerous food incident happened on March 2024 last year. Cargo trolley containing shipment bound for Sandakan. Okay, to the airport was involved with fire approximately 15 hours. The incident occurred at staging area Bay Kilo 16. Okay, where the trolley was observed to be emitting smoke. Asap keluar daripada trolley memang dah loading lah. Okay, asap. Okay. Suddenly flames gradually develop. Lepas asap, staff nampak ada api develop from the within the trolleys, prompting immediate response of the ground personnel. Okay, maknanya dangerous food can happen. That is the reason why we are trained about dangerous good. You must have the knowledge of dangerous good because we are not DG carrier. Okay, DG carrier aircraft different. Ada fire extinguishers, motor. Okay, so there will be different. We are not DG. Okay, so yeah. So next is cause of the fire. Yes, upon investigating the fire suspected to have triggered by a package containing hydrogen peroxide chemical, highly inflammable lah. Ada di dia logo tau, kita tahu kan highly inflammable logo Class 5.1 dangerous good, UN2014 hydrogen peroxide with 50% concentration. Okay, which was later found at one location in the cargo trolley. Okay, nanti you see the gambar. Hydrogen peroxide classified as oxidizing agent which can accelerate combustion, pose insignificant safety risk when mishandled or undeclared. Okay, that is the reason why kita ada knowledge on, especially the ramp staff, loading staff. Okay, road master kena ada knowledge yang tinggi. Okay, dia punya kategori lain diorang kategori lain because they are handling it. So GTR rank personnel acted swiftly upon noticing it, promptly took the cargo trolley away jauh daripada kawasan baggage area, cargo area, trolley away from aircraft and equipment. So trolley itu kalau berdekatan dengan pesawat dangerous So what they did, they tarik this trolley to another location. Okay, where they put down the fire. Okay, personnel successfully extinguished the fire. So important thing what you note here, personnel background personnel. Maknanya you must have knowledge how to use fire extinguisher. This is why you go through. You all kan? You all will go through fire extinguisher kan? Very important. Anywhere anything can happen, even your home or even public area, this can happen. So learn how to use fire extinguisher. What you can say, the fire resulted in the loss of shipment, causing damage to the surrounding goods and highlighting dangers posed by undeclared. Ini undeclared. This is undeclared goods. Maknanya consignee ataupun siapa yang buat shipment tu did not declare the correct cargo kan. Mungkin dia false declaration. Okay, isi dia lain Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, so however the shipment, the surrounding packages completely destroyed. So dalam trolley itu cargo-cargo lain semua dah hapus, burn Fire resulted in the loss of shipment, causing damage, consequences and surrounding goods. Yeah, that's all. Although no one was harmed, the incident underlined the potential risk of both personnel and aircraft safety in such situations. Maknanya itu satu sebagai pelajaran lah. It means it's a lesson learned where you must be extra cautious on. But sometimes you cannot blame our staff because undeclared. Okay, it's not declared. Meaning the consignee did not declare the proper code. Okay, so sometimes they don't declare on because I remember during my time ada satu case battery, smuggling battery, smuggling handphone battery, phone Trichy. Okay, one box dia declare as books. Tapi bila when loading near to the kapal already, tengok asap keluar daripada kotak tu. So quickly they bring it down. Okay, the kotak already burned lah. So open and check battery. So battery bila dikena terminal dengan terminal aktif kan, dia spark. Juga ada battery battery biasa pun kita boleh kan dia punya apa tu aktif kan, positif dengan negatif tak boleh cium dia akan spark. So that's what my experience lah. So the whole thing burn. Bila kita investigate memang undeclared. Okay, so kita blacklist passenger ni. Tak boleh naik kita punya flight. Dia blacklist lah. Sebab tu syndicate dia bersobat dengan FAB within here. So we found out that ada juga ciri-ciri sebab scanner boleh detect kan, tapi scanner pun lepas. Kalau scanner boleh lepas, syndicate lah. Dikit.